For topping combinations at one price. At Hunt Brothers Pizza, we love racing and we love pizza. Visit huntbrotherspizza.com to find your next pizza. More tracks opening up all across the country. Get out and support grassroots racing and follow all the action on PRN at the track on our social media. Facebook, X, and Instagram, all brought to you and powered by Keen Parts and CorvetteParts.net. I'm Lenny Baticki, and we'll see you next time at the track. So long.
PRN at the Track was brought to you by Hunt Brothers Pizza. Find your next pizza at huntbrotherspizza.com. This is PRN, the Performance Racing Network.
Carolina Country, WCSL, 92.9 FM, W225DL, 1590 AM, Cherryville, Gastonia, Kings Mountain. Online at www.ktcbroadcasting.com.
It's March Mania, Saturday, March 28th at Oakwood Homes in Shelby. I'm Calvin Hastings, and I want to invite you to join myself along with Captain Ron and Jeffrey the Piowans for a live radio broadcast during March Mania this Saturday, March 28th at Oakwood Homes in Shelby. We'll be there with free world-famous City Lunch hot dogs, chips, and drinks. Plus, register to win some great prizes and check out the prizes being given away by Oakwood Homes, including flat-screen TVs, a $100 Lowe's gift card, a propane grill, another gift certificate. Plus, there will be a bouncy house, fat and sassy concession, cornhole, basketball, shooting, and more. So plan now to be there this Saturday, March 28th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. during March Mania at Oakwood Homes, 1839 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at oakwoodhomesofshelby.com. Y'all come. It'll be fun.
Meow. What's up, dogs?
That crazy rabbit is back. It's the bunny with the money. This year, someone will win a $1,000 shopping spree at one of our local merchants, paid for by the bunny with the money. Register today at Hillbilly's Barbecue and Steaks, South Main Street in Lowell, at Family Auto, Highway 74 East in Shelby, at Century Drug, Highway 27 in Stanley, at Allied Finance on East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, at Fuller Oakwood Homes on Highway 74 Bypass East in Shelby, at Promotion Motors on East Main Street in Boulder City, at Norris Merchandise, Highway 18 south of Shelby, at Love's Fish Box on Shelby Road in Kings Mountain, at Shelby Kia, Highway 74 Bypass East in Shelby, at Gaston Used Auto Parts, Dogwood Street in Gastonia, and at Medical Arts Pharmacy on Grover Street in Shelby. Register to win the bunny with the money. Grand prize drawing will be Friday, April 3rd. Brought to you by What'sUpShopper.com and KTC Broadcasting.
Carports, buildings, and roofing. Oh my is right, because you'll find all of that and more at Acre Enterprises in Cherryville. Protect that brand new car from summer storms and blazing heat with a new carport. And check out their metal roofing 3x12 sheets for $30. Colors available include brown, vintage white, dark green, clay, patriot red, tan, and gabaloon. Family owned and operated. That's Acre Enterprises, 1220 Shelby Highway 150 West in Cherryville, right across from Food Line. Online at acrecarports.com.
Every weekend right here.
Start your engine!
Welcome to Kyle Petty's Back Then Again Country Countdown alongside the NASCAR legend. We're Charlie and Debbie.
Yeah, I think a lot of people thought they were going to lose their girls to Carl Edwards. Have you ever seen Carl Edwards? When he first came around, I didn't know he had a shirt because he never seemed to have one on.
He can't even pay to hook.
It's Kyle Petty's Back Then Again Country Countdown with Charlie and Debbie.
Friday afternoons at 3 p.m. on Carolina Country, WCSL, online at ktcbroadcasting.com.
The deals keep getting better and better at Oakwood Homes in Shelby with low 3.5% down payments. And remember, Oakwood Homes is celebrating their 70th anniversary. And in Shelby, you'll find 2 models priced in the 70s. And ask about their ready-to-move-into homes, 3 available right now. All at Oakwood Homes, 1839 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at oakwoodhomesofshelby.com. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, and like them on Facebook too.
Don't miss the CF Moto Rev and Ride Sales event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell with financing as low as 2.99% and get $1,000 in rebates. Also get up to $2,000 in customer cash on the remaining 2025 Wolverine Remax 4 1000 Limited and get $4,000 customer cash or 0.99% APR financing on the Yamaha Slingshots at Full Throttle Power Sports, 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
Man, I only do things incredible can, cause I am the seed of a chosen breed. You don't see too many like me, cause I am one of the reasons you do what you do when you wanna be me instead of you, cause I am still on beat, showing love to the streets. Come on, you know me, cause that's who I am.
Right here in Raleigh, where basketball's a law, Wolfpack supporters go crazy every fall. When the pack runs on the court, you hear a mighty roar. You'd think the roof was caving in every time the Wolfpack scores. Why don't you meet me in the Wolfpack den? We'll all have lots of fun watching our team win. No doubt about it, listen close, my friend. I feel sorry for any team that comes to the Wolfpack Den. Why don't you meet me in the Wolfpack Den? We'll all have lots of fun watching our team win. No doubt about it.
Let's go. There we go. So for the folks listening on the radio, you can go and watch us live on YouTube. You always go check that out. See the replays on YouTube on the Shock Joxx page and KTC Broadcasting YouTube pages. And then check us out on Facebook and Rumble as well. Breakfast brought to us by McDonald's of Cherryville. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You go see the Ironman and Post 100. Check them out. It's baseball season, so they'll be playing all times of days. Also the state tournaments and regionals and whatever, all the tournaments they're having here in Cherryville whenever you come. They've got the AstroTurf out there at the high school now in the infield, so they're going to be having a lot more tournaments. When you bring your teams up here, check it out. Go up see our friends up in McDonald's of Cherryville. I've had an egg and a cheese biscuit this morning. Chip, what you got?
I wrapped up my McChicken biscuit. Very good.
And I had a bacon, egg, and cheese McMuffin with a coffee and a hash brown. I'm kind of eyeballing Will's chicken biscuit over there.
Will's gonna lose his chicken if he takes too
a little hungry this morning. So.
Chip, you're just Tom's
I got it.
Oh yeah.
If you don't mind.
There we
go. There we go.
Cut off. There we go.
Needs to just go a little higher there for you, Tom, and we'll get you settled in. But everybody, thanks for tuning in this morning. Like we said, all kinds of things to talk about. I'm going through our brackets right now. They're not good. But I'm going to give you the update from the first Saturday here in just a little bit, and then or first weekend, and then we'll go through and try to figure out exactly what else happened over the weekend.
Yeah, Houston, I had them in the Final Four, and then they lost.
That's my daughter. That was her champion.
I had them in the championship game, so it's all right, Tom. I'm right there with you.
My daughter lost Houston. My son lost Iowa State in this weekend. So
Well,
they were beating me.
I picked up ground when Iowa made the.
Yes. Yeah. So we're going to talk about that. Tom actually had Iowa and Nebraska.
Wow. That's pretty good, Tom.
But then I got the wrong team. I said Nebraska was going to win.
He got the wrong winner. So almost perfectly nailing it. I did see the bus from High Point University parked at the Cleveland Mall yesterday.
That was another team.
That was not the basketball team.
That was the baseball team.
They look like baseball players inside the mall.
They were.
If I was going to stereotypically characterize some athletes, Tom, they look like baseball players.
Won the opening game last night at Gardner Webb. They've got a game today and a game tomorrow.
All right, so that's why they're in town for that.
Yep.
Speaking of college baseball, App State Wake Forest will be playing Shelby here again this spring here in a couple weeks. That will be they'll have free tickets. Actually, free. You can go watch that game, Appalachian State and Wake Forest at Shelby's Veterans Field for free there. That's one little quick announcement, folks. For folks listening on the radio, I know you're just listening to racing here on KTC Broadcasting. We are a NASCAR affiliate, Charlotte Hornets, Atlanta Braves, Tar Heels, Duke, and more. And what we do like to do on Saturdays during NASCAR season is touch on our NASCAR friend, for our NASCAR listeners, touch on that first real quick while we enjoy our breakfast. And last week, Chip, who won?
Tyler Reddick.
I said Chip.
I'm sorry.
If you want to, you can pull up.
I just had it pulled up. I mean, I remember hearing it I was listening to the radio that he had won. Like, nobody's done this since Bill Elliott, 92.
He's doing pretty well.
Yeah. Somebody else did pretty well last week too, actually.
What's that, Chip?
Said somebody else did pretty well picking the winner last week. So it was that's pretty. We're doing decent this year. We've got 3 out of 6 or something.
Picking the winner?
We
got 4 people
as a group.
Hopefully we can manage to get close. Let's see what Chip had to say last week.
William Byron, Christopher Bell, and Ryan Blaney. That's your top 7. Big odds jump back for Bubba Wallace and Chase Elliott. Both of them are 20-1.
Okay, so I was feeling Larson before you said it. He was second in the odds. I'm going him again. In Darlington, what about you 3?
20-1 Chase Elliott.
Yes.
I'll take those odds.
Okay, I'll let you have
Van Ginsbergen wrecked on the first lap.
Oh, okay.
He did take a left at Albuquerque.
Take a left there. I'm going to take 20-1 as well, but I'm going to go with
Bubba Wallace. All right, very good.
The Jordan teams get his 4th win.
It's been a year for Jordan so far, and his guys affiliated with him, with Hamlin getting the win last week. Let's say Tyler Reddick gets back in the winning circle. I'm gonna go with Tyler defending his first place spot in the points.
4th win. All right, conspiracy theory. Tom, they had these lawsuits over the winner and everything, Jordan and them, and now they're winning everything. Chip, is NASCAR just overlooking whatever cheating if you ain't trying's going on in the Jordan Denny Hamlin camp right now, and just about the right time, Tom. Just about the right time. Let's say, right before the playoffs start. Boom! Guys, y'all got an illegal fender. Y'all got an illegal lug nut. Y'all can't do that.
Your car is half an inch too low.
Boom! 50 points here you're at. And now all of a sudden you're 5th place in the standings for the playoffs. Tommy, do you believe it's going to happen? Because if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, and you're winning every race out there. Is NASCAR overlooking it?
Time stamp that.
On purpose?
I don't know.
Or are they sneaking by?
If this was the 80s, I'd say, yeah, he's cheating. But I don't know, man. They're pretty thorough in their inspections, are they not? Or are they overlooking it, like you said?
I was about to say, they might be waiting to time stamp this conversation, Kevin, because I'm telling you, the NASCAR is known for making the rules up as they go, and if they've got a little bit of a vendetta that they want to have some payback against Jordan and Hamlin, they could wait till a much more opportune time to sock it to him, and it could be right around playoff time. So.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm not saying.
That's not a bad conspiracy.
Like, when's the time to get them? When's the time to get them? Right now, Tyler Reddick's in first, Blaney second, Bubba third, Denny Hamlin fourth, Chase fifth, Byron, Busher, Bell, Keselowski, Larson in 10th, and then Tom, SVG. They're at 15 for you SVG fans.
He finished 14th last week in the race. Or is that race results of the standings?
This is the standings.
Yeah, he finished 14th last week. So a little bit better than breaking out on the first lap 2 weeks ago at Darlington.
Kyle Busch down to 23, one spot ahead of the 43 and 42 cars of Eric Jones, Nemechek, and then there's.
It's about time for Kyle Busch to retire and just get a podcast, right?
Well, that's it's what we're looking at, possibly. Denny's got his, but he's still winning races. This weekend they are in Martinsville. Saturday today, 3:30 for the O'Reilly Auto Parts series.
Yeah, I was excited. It's old school short track, Martinsville.
Yep, the paperclip.
So the big debate this year with Dale Jr. He had a guest on this week, and I can't remember who it was. I might be able to find it here shortly. It's crap. Where was I going? Who was we just talking? I'm sorry, I read a text from Zach, and I'm sitting here trying to say something.
Yeah, so Zach starts texting in about this time.
It was a productive text, actually. So,
what was I talking about there?
We were talking about Van Gisbergen finishing. He's at 15th in the standings, and then we were going to Martinsville.
Martinsville.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dale Jr. this week, one of his guests, they're talking about the NASCAR Hall of Fame, and someone asked if Justin Allgaier should be in the NASCAR Hall of Fame for his great career in the Xfinity Series, or now O'Reilly Auto Parts. Dale Jr. said yes, and everyone else and a couple of everyone else in the panel, but one of the guys was like, I thought it was just NASCAR Cup Series Hall of Fame, and it's not. It's NASCAR Everything Hall of Fame. So that's when they go back, and that's why you have all the old trophies from this race or that race or this series. They're trying to incorporate everything that's ever been under a NASCAR banner in the Hall of Fame. Now, Tom, with that said, obviously when you go into the main part of the Hall of Fame, the people inducted to it, and they have their faces and their trophies and their cars and whatever, those are 99% NASCAR Cup guys. Are we inducting career Xfinity and Truck Series guys into the NASCAR Hall of Fame?
Sure, there's plenty of AAA guys in Cooperstown. There's plenty of arena football guys in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
If you want to put a wing up or something, because Ron Hornaday, was a great truck. Was
a floor or something.
Yeah, was a great make a wing or something. Hornaday was great, especially when they first came out with the Truck Series. Was fantastic. I won like 2 or 3 championships in the Truck Series. So I mean, if you want to recognize that somehow, that's fine. I think it needs to be separate. There needs to be a distinct separation between, to Tom's point.
Crash Davis should be in the Hall of Fame for all his AAA home runs. What are we doing?
I don't even know if I call it a Hall of Fame. But if you want to recognize them in some shape, form, or fashion, I'm not necessarily opposed to that. I don't know if you give them full-fledged Hall of Fame status.
No, you don't give them Hall of Fame status. You're not even considered. It's the Truck Series. It's not the Cup Series. What are we talking about? I mean, it's just stupid. I mean, it sounds like, like Terry arguing that Kyle Busch has 200 NASCAR.
And that's fair. I mean, it's my only point.
It will go on now. In Terry's defense, it probably will go on his plaque when they do put it up there. The Tom, all of the Xfinity wins.
Okay.
I guarantee it's going to say it.
I have a more difficult time like what I'm talking about with Allgaier, recognizing Xfinity, because I feel like the Truck Series is a little bit
different.
A little bit different, and slightly. I mean, the modification of the vehicles. I didn't even see like the open wheels or the ARCA, like late model modifieds. I mean, again, have some recognition, but to Tom's point, I don't think you can't give them full Hall of Fame status. You've got guys that are not in the Hall that race NASCAR that are more accomplished than those guys are.
So they have owners, mechanics, founders, executives, engine builders, drivers, crew chiefs, builders,
moonshiners,
and broadcasters.
All that makes sense. It does not make sense for like a mechanic on the Xfinity series to make it.
Got you.
He's not wrong.
I mean, like if a guy was like like a super mechanic at the highest level.
Right.
Do you think the heart of that rule or the heart of that was or of them like putting the young guys is just be able to recognize all of the old time racing that they did in different spots and in different parts of the Carolinas or the South or whatever, and then they weren't really intending like, hey, we're going to put the Xfinity and truck guys in there once they get there. Yeah. Is that
NASCAR's back themselves into a corner anyway with having to name a certain number of people into the hall every year? That waters it down to begin with. You don't have to name anybody. Anytime you put a set number of people, then you have to. Eventually, you start searching to fill those spots, and
there's people getting in that probably shouldn't.
Exactly. Yes.
Last year, this year's not inductees Kurt Busch, Ray Hendrick, and Harry Gant, the Skull Bandits, going in. Last year, Ralph Moody, Ricky Rudd, Carl Edwards. 2024, Jimmy Johnson, Canals, and Donnie Allison. Matt Kenseth's is in. Dale Jr. There are some people that would argue that
basically
on driving he shouldn't be in there. Go ahead, Tom.
Anybody who's been in NASCAR eventually gets inducted.
If you were famous for a reason. There you go.
I mean, there's just not.
Now the Basketball Hall of Fame is kind of like the same thing too, Tommy. It's not the NBA Hall of Fame. It's the
Basketball Hall of Fame.
It's the National Basketball Hall of Fame. It is the way.
Okay, we'll let Johnny's dad in because he had 300 Pee Wee wins on Saturday League for Upper Cleveland. I mean, yeah, okay, all right. Put him in the Hall of Fame.
So that was one of Terry's arguments when Draymond's getting in the Hall of Fame. He's probably right because the NBA, the Basketball Hall of Fame lets so many people in. So NASCAR doing kind of the same thing. All right, who's our odds for this week's ship?
Looking at the odds there at Martinsville, the paperclip, it's I've got to find. There we go. My page froze up on me. Come on, stop.
That's a fun track to go to and watch.
There we go.
It's faster than you think it is. It is the small. I think the smallest track in NASCAR.
Here's the odds. Ryan Blaney's 4.5 to 1. William Byron's 5.5 to 1. Denny Hamlin's 6 to 1. Kyle Larson 6.5 to 1. Christopher Bell 8 to 1. Chase Elliott and Joey Logano 8.5 to 1. Chase Briscoe 10 to 1. Tyler Reddick 15 to 1. Looking for Bubba Wallace is 27 to 1. Keselowski's 40 to 1. Looking for Van Gisbergen is 175 to 1. Kyle Busch is 250 to 1.
Winner, chicken dinner. Who am I going with? Who are you feeling, Tom?
I'm going Logano.
That's not a bad pick.
Go with a short track specialist.
Let's go. Number 9 in the standings. This is why I'm going way out here, boys.
The Scabs here.
Tom with the short track.
Hey, Will.
Scabs here.
We had to call in the righty. Smoltzy's back. Zach May, you filling in for Will Boykins today. Got too many cars to sell today out there.
Right.
We've got. I'm going with 9th place in the standings. Brad Keselowski.
Ooh, oldie but a goodie.
For the win. Hey, you on the short tracks, all you need to do is be able to bump somebody out of the way. And he's been actually competitive in the 6. I'm going to give him a chance.
Yep, he's pretty mean.
It'll probably be Kyle Busch or something like that, or Chase Elliott, you're right. But I'm going to go with Keselowski. Tommy?
Yeah. I already said
that. Zach.
You said Larson's already picked?
No.
Nope. I'll take Larson this week.
You're gonna take Kyle Larson. Speaking of Maine, let's just go. Let's stick with the Jordan momentum. I'm gonna go Denny Hamlin.
Don't be surprised if Hocevar might.
Yeah, right.
They'll probably wreck him. They're not gonna let him win. They try too hard not to let him win. All right, we'll be back in a minute. KTCBroadcasting.com.
It's March Mania, Saturday, March 28th at Oakwood Homes in Shelby. I'm Calvin Hastings, and I want to invite you to join myself along with Captain Ron and Jeffrey the Pie Owens for a live radio broadcast during March Mania this Saturday, March 28th at Oakwood Homes in Shelby. We'll be there with free world-famous City Lunch hot dogs, chips, and drinks. Plus, register to win some great prizes and check out the prizes being given away by Oakwood Homes, including flat-screen TVs, a $100 Lowe's gift card, a propane grill, another gift certificate. Plus, there will be a bouncy house, fat and sassy concession, cornhole, basketball, shooting, and more. So plan now to be there this Saturday, March 28th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. during March Mania at Oakwood Homes, 1839 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at oakwoodhomesofshelby.com. Y'all come. It'll be fun.
What's up, Joxx?
That crazy rabbit is back. It's the bunny with the money. This year, someone will win a $1,000 shopping spree at one of our local merchants, paid for by the bunny with the money. Register today at Shelby Honda, Highway 74 Bypass East in Shelby, at Moss Drug on West Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia, at Century Drug on East Main Street in Boger City, at Shelby Hardware on South Lafayette Street in Shelby, at Carfair Auto Sales on the Bessemer City Road, Gastonia, and at the Pancake House on West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, at Parker Family Feed on Carpenter's Grove Church Road in Bellwood, at Thelma Lou's Barbecue on College Road in Shelby, at Dallas Express Pharmacy on Hoffman Street in Dallas, at Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Highway 74 East in Shelby. Register to win the bunny with the money. Grand prize drawing will be Friday, April 3rd. Brought to you by WhatsUpShopper.com and KTC Broadcasting. Quality Landscaping Materials on White Jenkins Road in Bessemer City now has new hours for the public. They're open to the public on Mondays from 8 a.m. till 1 p.m., Fridays and Saturdays 8 a.m. till 1 p.m. But you can call and schedule your lawn maintenance anytime at 704-862-0770. Again, 704-862-0770. From mulch to pine needles to a variety of rock and gravel and all kinds of landscaping, including mowing. Quality Landscape Materials, 355 White Jenkins Road, Bessemer City. Online at qualitylandscapematerials.com. Like them on Facebook, too.
Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln has been serving the Piedmont of North and South Carolina since 1919. Sure, they deliver to your home with home heating oils. They'll help keep you warm, but they do a whole lot more. They feature bulk fuel delivery, on-site and commercial fueling, backup generator fueling, and farm and agricultural fueling. For home or business or farms, call on Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln, 704-735-2508. Online at rhodesandbill.com, located at 1404 East Main Street in Lincoln. Like them on Facebook, too.
Before you head out to the big game, make sure your car, truck, or SUV is ready for the road with a visit to R&M Motors Tire and Auto Center. Let them check out your vehicle for those trips to the mountains, beach, or just back to school. From a tune-up to tires, heating and air conditioning to tires, they do it all. Plus, they sell cars and golf carts, too. And check out the pawn shop where they buy and sell. R&M Motors Tire and Auto Center and Pawn Shop, 7307 Cherryville Highway, right outside of Cherryville. Open 9 to 6, Monday through Friday, 10 to 3 on Saturday.
They do it all at Oak Grove Auto Sales, Service, and Body Shop in Kings Mountain. What do? Oil changes, tune-ups, inspections, brakes, front-end alignment, rear-end work, batteries, tires, full AC and heater repair. Also timing belts, transmission service, exhaust and light-duty diesel work and body work too. And they even sell vehicles like a 2006 Ford Explorer, SUV, four-wheel drive for only $49.95. Oak Grove Auto Sales, Service, and Body Shop, 522 Oak Grove Road, Kings Mountain. Online at oakgroveauto.com. Like them on Facebook too.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk. And Will apparently has got some plastic surgery this week, and he is now white. And he looks like Zach Mehu.
I'm so glad y'all don't have the earphones on. Zach's still looking bug-eyed over here like, what was happening? Be glad you didn't hear that. All I heard was, Will had surgery. Now he's white. And he looks like Zach Mehu.
Hey.
Will got an upgrade.
He looks like Zach May.
Had a
He
face
looks like-
transplant.
The Macho Man's in the house. I do like that. I do like that. That's a sweet,
Yeah, this was
that's a
so
sweet hat.
my birthday was
That is
Monday,
pretty
and that
good.
was one of my daughter's presents to me.
That
I
is
got two of them.
That is a pretty cool
It's the
hat.
ultimate
Just got, and
warrior.
it's a Mitchell and Ness, so it's
Don't-
she did very well. She did a good job.
It is an ultimate warrior.
I guess I have so much wrestling memorabilia or shirts and hats. She said, "Dad, you didn't have that one, did you?" So no, did not.
I would imagine not. It looks pretty new. I don't think they sold that one in the 80s, Tom. You're not going to find that at the Goodwill. All right, it's bracket time. I do got a couple of NASCAR tweets that I didn't get to. Some fun times back in the day. I don't know if you guys remember it. Y'all probably do because y'all are older than me and Chip. So this is for Zach and Tom. Back in the day, Chip, they used to race
Make their way
full
down pit road.
speed
Look at Waltrip making a move, and they are
down pit road.
Racing in the pit, Eli.
There's Earnhardt and Waltrip banging down pit road, and nobody on pit road has a helmet.
That guy wasn't even he wasn't even going to get out of the way.
No, that's Waltrip. They're banging down pit road.
Look in front of Dale's car. The guy wasn't even going to get out of the way. Dale wasn't slowing down one.
Obviously frown on. You cannot.
Whoop.
Gracious.
He wasn't even concerned.
Oh, goodness. No. Oh, crap. The folks at online didn't get to see it real quick. Let me show it one more time.
Members, but the leaders will make their way down
This is
pit road.
Earnhardt and Waltrip racing.
Move, and they are door to door. They're racing in the pit.
So they're going slower on the track because it's a caution, and they got to go full speed down pit road.
This clip right here is like, we might want to put a speed limit on the pit road.
That's all. Waltrip's fault. Waltrip should have went behind Earnhardt. Waltrip was behind him on the track.
Now, Tom.
On pit road at all.
Really, let's race.
He said, did you hear the call on that? He said, you cannot race on pit road at all. He said, we're going to see what the official.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So they weren't supposed to be.
That would be interesting to see what kind of penalty they got off that.
That was back in the day when they weren't going to penalize Waltrip or Earnhardt. they were their cash cows.
They weren't
awesome.
supposed to do that one, I don't think. Let's see. It's a NCAA tournament. We got a bunch of that to talk about today. Actually, we've got coaches to talk about moves.
Yeah.
We've got NBA, little NFL news, all kinds of things to go through. I'm trying to scroll back through, make sure there's not one more thing I missed for our race fans before we actually jump into that. Looking at our brackets after last weekend, the company here at KTC Brock. Oh yeah, I do. We do got a new one. Do got a new one, guys. Now, I don't want to show you guys on the screen yet. Now, Team Jordan's been winning, right?
Yep.
All right. So, the Jumpman logo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they've come out with a new logo for the NASCAR team. Have you seen it? Anybody?
No.
Nobody's seen it, right?
No.
All right. Here we go. So, all right. After the win this weekend on Sunday, Jordan jumps the barrier, Tom, to go celebrate for victory. And now Jumpman has a new logo.
Wow.
I am happy he is having some success since it was such a terrible.
He looks like Humpty Dumpty falling off the wall once they silhouette the logo out.
Well, the question is, did he have a cigar in his mouth? That is the $1 million.
He probably. We better look at the close up. I don't see the cigar. So Jordan did make it over the wall and now has the new logo. You buy that T-shirt, Tom?
No. I was a Cavs fan in the 80s, man. I'm not a Jordan fan. Although I appreciate what he did and how good he was. I'm not one of those, but no. If you're a Cavs fan in the 80s,
you like Brad Daugherty?
You were not, or the 90s. You are not a Jordan.
Brad Daugherty, Mark Price.
I got you. I understand. All right, so our company last week went together. We had 22 people enter the tournament, including my daughter and my son. She's 11. He's 14.
That is not how many points they had.
After the first weekend, he was in next to last over our one and only John Prather, who was in dead last. So, JP, you were dead last.
Joey Brackus did not show up this year.
As he should be in dead last.
JP was dead
as
last.
He should be.
My son's ahead of him.
Did you have Burns in the Final Four?
JP was 22nd. Austin was 21st. Now, the good news is here at KTC Broadcasting, we have a lot of announcers, Zach, and broadcasters, and all kinds of different sports that come from different areas. And the good news is,
experts.
After the first weekend, 2 people at our so-called sports panel here on the show lead the company. Chip Carter with 233 and Tom at 227 are in first and second. And RJ Roop, the young one, junior, was in third. Calvin fourth. And then Zach sitting right here, fifth. Where was I at after the first weekend? Well, I decided to pick.
He was so busy getting these points together, he didn't actually do a bracket.
I decided to pick the national champion, the defending national champion, with a 7'8" man on their team.
Ouch!
And they got beat.
In the second round.
The coach started fouling up 4 under a minute, and they come back and the other team hit their free throws, and Florida lost. So mine was gone there. Good job, Florida, for doing that. Isabel is in the top 50th percentile of the KTC broadcasting employees. She is in 11th place out of 22, or was. We haven't counted up today. She lost her champion. It's starting to chalk out, and all the people who picked the upsets are starting to fall off. Yeah. She was the first person at 11th who did not have Arizona, Duke, or Michigan as a champion. She had the Houston Cougars, and they fell yesterday. David Potter had the Michigan State Spartans. I had Duke. I had Florida, and Austin had Iowa State, and JP had the North Carolina Tar Heels as his champion in the bracket.
And now they don't have a coach.
Yeah. Not only are they no longer in the tournament, they don't have a coach.
So Austin, what he's got left is nothing. JP, you're done a long time. Actually, JP has Tennessee in the Final Four, by the way. JP does have Tennessee.
He's
got Tennessee and Duke in the Final Four. If y'all boys let him come back and win with Tennessee.
Mine got knocked out. I had St. John's going pretty. I had him going to the championship.
Chip, who do you have winning it all? Do you have Duke?
Chip's an Arizona man.
I got Arizona.
Tom's got Duke. So Tom has to pull for Duke if he wants to win.
I don't know if you guys have seen the
St. John's had a lead on them last night in the second half. They had like a 10-point lead, didn't they?
Yeah, it was 55-45.
So Tom has Duke, Arizona, and Michigan in the Final Four, as does Chip. RJ does too. There's your top 3. Calvin, his Final Four, he, of course, had St. John's beating Duke. His Final Four still has Arizona and Michigan left. Zach, Arizona, and Michigan, with Michigan as the champion. So the first person with Michigan as the champion is Zach. So Chip's got the first Arizona. Tom's got the first Duke. And Calvin has the first Arizona. Tom, I'll let you look at RJ's bracket. You compare how you're going to beat him at some point when you get a few.
I got three of the four Final Four teams.
Yours and my Final Four match.
And he does too. The only difference between these two brackets, it looks like, Tom, is you had UConn winning.
Yeah, I think I had UConn in that one. I had Houston in another one. They're both out.
You've got 5 teams. He's got 4. So I think you've got him locked out, Tom. You've got him locked out by like 5 points. So I think you're gonna. If Duke wins out, you'll be the champion. Chip probably, or Calvin with Arizona. We'll compare those here in just a few moments. I'll let Chip look at that.
Arizona looks pretty good though.
Yes, they do. A lot of people talking about, and we'll get on. Really want to do bracket talking now. But what we're going to do, we'll talk a little about some of those games. Duke, guys, we talked about the free throws before. The free throws. Did you know what their free throw discrepancy is here in the?
Nope.
I don't know if I want to. I do want to know, but I'm.
Here you go. Through the first 3 rounds, Duke 21-6 free throws over Siena. These are attempts. Duke 23-10 over TCU, and then last night over St. John's, Duke took 24. St. John's took 8 free throws in the game. Tom, if you get more than 20 free throws in a game, and the other team gets less than 10 every game, I'm not saying you're going to win it, but in a close ball game. You've been doing basketball for a while, and one of my things I tend to say, the team with the most free throws a lot of times wins the game. You can go back and look at any box score, and almost all the time, I don't even know, I'm going to say the percentage. I'll say 75 to 90% of the time, the team with the most free throws is going to win the basketball game. Duke with 68 free throws to the opponents having 24 so far in the first 3 rounds.
I guess Dick Vitale over there calling the fouls remotely. Him and Jay Billis calling the fouls remotely.
You sat in the box with Coach K, ain't you, Tom?
Got a little bug in their ear. Bow, bow. Call it.
Call it out with the rat face.
Call it. It is pretty bad, the Duke bias. That's why I took them. Like people, like, are you pulling for Duke? No, I'm not pulling for Duke. There's a media bias for them, and I'm not going to say they're not a great school because they are. It's very hard to get into the ACT. The get in's like 33 or 34. I'm not going to take anything away, but that lined up against their basketball programs is kind of a joke. You know what I mean?
There's no way that entire basketball roster made 33 on their ACT.
Well, I had St. John's going all the way with Michigan, so
it's a
they
joke,
hurt me last night.
But it's there's through the ages that they're a darling of the media, and the media wants to see Duke win, so they're going to. Don't tell me that doesn't matter. I mean, it's just
Tom,
it is.
I'm glad you brought that up as far as the media. Real quick before I go to that point and finish that, because I want to change my graphic here. The first Sweet 16 since 1954 that doesn't include Kansas, Kentucky, UCLA, or North Carolina.
That's pretty impressive.
That is.
There's you blue bloods of it. All right, so Tom, talking about the worth of it. I've got a tweet somewhere, and of course I got to read through these as I go. They valued. Here it is. Glad you said it. All right, here we go. ACC values of TV broadcast value, according to Nelson. TV broadcast. Remember, we're talking about NIL, and we're arguing about who's spending it, $1 million here, $1 million there. If you guys had to guess, football and basketball, ACC, which program is the most valuable in the ACC? I'm giving you football and basketball. This is what the list is giving me both.
Okay. Miami?
Miami what?
Hurricane.
What sport?
Oh, I thought it was a combination of everything. No, okay.
No,
okay.
I'm giving you both.
I misunderstood you.
I'll give you a hint. Miami is number 2. The football program is the number 2 best making program, most valuable program in the ACC.
If Duke basketball is number 1, that is not a good sign for the long-term longevity of the ACC.
Combined, Miami is number 2 in football and basketball. Combined, the Duke Blue Devils are number 1.
That's
in both football and basketball combined, and also the men's program is worth $1.4 billion to the TV broadcasters and advertising. Now, Chip and you guys sit here and wonder, Tom, wonder why all their fans are from New York. Why is every game on TV? Why don't they play road games? There you go.
That's
ESPN Duke is basically it's ESPN University.
They're subsidizing
yes,
and they're subsidizing the ACC.
ESPN is subsidizing Duke University. They are sitting there a 9,000 person stadium. They could easily build a mecca to Coach K with all this money. And Thomas, but it's about education. We'll cram y'all in. All about the TV money, because I don't know if they would be able to. Well, that's another thing. But $1.4 billion is Nielsen's rating on Duke's basketball. So you see ESPN wondering why you're watching, Duke versus Loyola Monmouth, and
I'm almost calling
in New York City.
I just can't believe that the basketball is more valuable than those 3 football teams that are set in 2, 3, and 4. Do you see what I'm saying?
I watched the 30 for 30 this past week. I'm sure y'all probably said Requiem for the Big East.
Didn't see that.
And it's you ought to watch it. I think it's prophetic for what will happen to the ACC in the next 10 to 15 years. If your and now Grand Duke's kind of in its own, to give them their due. They are based on the numbers that Kevin just showed. They are in their own little area code when it comes to the success of the basketball program. But just the sheer exponential difference in the television revenue versus basketball to football. It's why all the conferences have made this move strategically to focus more on football. And the ACC is starting to get locked out of that. The Big East tried and they failed, and it's going to be prophetic to what's going to happen to the ACC in the next 10 to 15 years. It's just
all right. So looking at, I'm going to give you guys, here's another, we'll have a little fun trivia here for the basketball. But, we talked that for the Carolina fans, we're going to talk about this in a little bit, and I talked a little bit last week. At some point, you have to figure out and understand where you rank money-wise as a business and program and not as where you think you should be.
Right.
The St. Louis Cardinals is the most historic team in the National League in the history of baseball. Not counting the Yankees in the history of baseball, the Cardinals, we're in fourth. We're in the Midwest, Tom. We ain't got no money no more. Both the Central Divisions are the top 10 least spenders in baseball. And so I can sit here and whine and cry all I want, but it's probably over for St. Louis for the time being until we get some type of a couple of good draft picks. You get Molina and Pujols and a couple $1 million to surround them with that. But unless that miracle happens, I just named maybe the top 5 catcher and hitters of all time.
Or salary cap.
Right. So that's what I said. So the salary cap comes and changes things a little bit. So North Carolina fans have to realize you ain't in the money bracket Duke is right now.
So I'll give an update to that, Kevin, because I did a little research because I know we showed the graph last week where NIL money, Duke was second. I think that graph is a couple years old because Carolina, and I think this is part of the reason that Hubert had such, and again, I don't necessarily agree with the decision they made. I do not agree with the decision they made this week, but part of the reason I think the donors had such a short leash with Hubert this year is because they invested a significant amount more in their NIL. Before they were doing like $3 or $4 million, which I know is a lot of money, but relatively speaking to their other programs they should be competing against was not even close. They upped that multiple times. They were supposed to spend around $13 million or so on NIL money, which would have put them in that top 10, top 5 category. So I think that the fact that a first round exit with that much money invested was yet another reason that they added to.
I got 11 teams, and they haven't named Carolina yet on this.
Still haven't named
Kentucky, Duke, Arkansas, Michigan, St. John's, Louisville, Texas Tech, BYU, Kansas, Arizona, and Tennessee, all offering more money just off the top of my head than North Carolina is in NIL basketball.
Of course, Patino's there at St. John's, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why I'm glad they got beat last night.
Everybody's talking about the money Texas Tech has gotten us throwing. They're spending over more than $10 million. Kentucky, 20 to 22. Duke says around $12 million. The others are 10. BYU at 4. Kansas, Arizona, Tennessee. And again, it doesn't list North Carolina. Let's see what the Google says on this one.
The Google.
UNC basketball.
There's an article out from last June saying that they were going to substantially increase it, but
reported investments over 14.
Yeah, that's what I'm reading.
So the last one just didn't say that listed in there. So how's that not even listed in there?
Right.
Growth supposed to increase 3 times for the 24th. Now, here, what I want to talk about that, and we'll get to it in the Hubert thing in a little bit in the next break. But the sad thing about that, Chip, is they're going to fire that man with a $5 million roster, then give whoever the next guy is a $20 million roster and say, "Oh, Tom, you couldn't do as good because we got LeBron on our team now."
and they're flushing his $5 million salary down the drain.
Right. That could have been spent on NIL.
Right. Exactly.
But anyway, again, back to the brackets. We'll get those posted and who's in first and whatever and everything later for all the guys. We've now in the NCAA tournament, if you're asking. 1 versus 2, Duke and UConn, March 29th. That'll be tomorrow at 5 o'clock. The other game, let's see, March 29th will be Michigan and Tennessee tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Iowa and Illinois today at 6, and Arizona and Purdue at 8 tonight. 1 versus 2. Then 9. Tom had the 9-4 matchup, guys, and then he didn't get the 9-3 though. I think he had Houston in that one. And then so Iowa will take on Illinois in the other Elite 8 matchup.
It'd be fun. Big Ten commissioner, man. He's got lots of places to be, man.
Yeah.
No ACC teams left.
Duke.
Oh, so Duke. They don't count.
Yeah, fair. I agree.
They paid their they bought their way. All right, we'll be back in a few minutes. We're going to talk a lot more about this tournament. Hubert Davis, UNC Charlotte coaching, Wes Miller. We got to talk about NC State coaching, all the controversy and all that, the stabs in the back. There was a house Tom put on the market and bought 2 months ago in Louisiana by the new coach from NC State, KTCBroadcasting.com.
It's March Mania, Saturday, March 28th at Oakwood Homes in Shelby. I'm Calvin Hastings, and I want to invite you to join myself along with Captain Ron and Jeffrey the Pie Owens for a live radio broadcast during March Mania this Saturday, March 28th at Oakwood Homes in Shelby. We'll be there with free world-famous City Lunch hot dogs, chips, and drinks. Plus, register to win some great prizes and check out the prizes being given away by Oakwood Homes, including flat-screen TVs, a $100 Lowe's gift card, a propane grill, another gift certificate. Plus, there will be a bouncy house, fat and sassy concession, cornhole, basketball, shooting, and more. So plan now to be there this Saturday, March 28th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. during March Mania at Oakwood Homes, 1839 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, online at oakwoodhomesofshelby.com. Y'all come, it'll be fun.
Meh. What's up, Joxx?
That crazy rabbit is back. It's the bunny with the money. This year, someone will win a $1,000 shopping spree at one of our local merchants, paid for by the bunny with the money. Register today at Marburger Chevrolet on West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, at Carolina Furniture Mart, North Aspen Street, Lincoln, at All Carrier Insurance on West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, at West End Sales on Highway 18 North in Vale, at Bradley's on Highway 74 East in Shelby, at Pro Wellness Chiropractic on Clark Drive in Lincoln, at Whiskey Mill Bar and Grill on Pennsylvania Avenue in Bessemer City, at Scoop-A-Doodle Ice Cream on College Road in Boiling Springs, at H&M Industries, Highway 74 west of Shelby, at Georgia B's Boutique on North Mountain Street in Cherryville, at Cotton Seafood on the Gastonia Highway in Lincoln, and at the Great Outdoors, Highway 150 East in Cherryville. Register to win the bunny with the money. Grand prize drawing will be Friday, April 3rd. Brought to you by WhatsAppShopper.com and KTC Broadcasting.
If you need some gas lines run, call Today's Pro in Shelby. For residential or commercial, they'll have you hooked up in no time at all. And now's the time to jumpstart maintenance on your gas logs. And they sell famous White Mountain Hearth gas logs with the best prices in town. And don't forget, they fill propane cylinders. For sales and service, see Today's Pro, located at 1325 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Call 704-600-8393 and like them on Facebook too. That's Today's Pro. It's time to start planning for spring, and Southern Equipment Rentals in Shelby is there for you. Why pay thousands to buy when you can rent equipment for hundreds? Check out the Stinger Aerator with seating box, also Skag zero-turn mowers, skid steers, and mini excavators. Southern Equipment Rentals in Shelby has a new Jackal in stock, plus tillers, edgers, paving breakers, pressure washers, and more. Get ready for spring. See Southern Equipment Rentals, 622 North Post Road, Highway 180 North in Shelby. Open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, online at screntals.com. For over 30 years, Heath Jackson Plumbing has been serving the folks of Gaston, Lincoln, and Cleveland counties with dependable plumbing services. From residential to commercial, their plumbing services are done with care and precision. You not only get experience, but you get fair pricing and fast response time. Just call 704-634-5784 for emergency plumbing help or a free estimate. You get solid plumbing done right. Again, 704-634-5784 for Heath Jackson Plumbing, online at heathjacksonplumbingnc.com. Like them on Facebook too.
The NASCAR Cup Series.
Green flag is flying. Here's Kyle Busch. He'll get the advantage on the outside lane.
Returns to Martinsville, Virginia.
Contact! Chastain! Alfredo! Austin Cindric crash and collide.
For a Sunday afternoon showdown at the Paperclip.
He'll make the move. They're crashing behind him. Elliott's in the wall. Checkered flag is out.
It's the Cookout 400.
Sunday afternoon at 2:30 on Carolina Country WCSL. 92.9 FM, 1590 AM, online at ktcbroadcasting.com.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang.
Good morning, JP. Did you have a good week?
I did, yeah.
Did you go to church?
Yeah.
Did you worship Jesus? Did y'all talk about Jesus this week in church?
Yeah, we did.
Good.
I certainly hope so.
Wow, 1 week you didn't.
Well, it was last week, wasn't it?
2 weeks.
2 or 3 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 or 3 weeks.
It was the first week of March.
They had other plans that day.
Oh, it's been a long time. It's been about a month now.
They had other plans that day. All right, let's see college basketball. We'll get to the first coaching situation that we just mentioned a minute ago. We also got to talk about Will Wade stabbing NC State in the back after 1 year, and then Miller to Charlotte as well. Tom, we'll talk about that. And they got Marcus Page. JP, what are you doing?
That's not him. Tom comes with sound effects.
Oh, that's Tom.
Tom's coffee comes with sound effects.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
I've been trying to figure that out the whole show.
That big gulp comes with sound effects.
Oh, that's his drink. I got you. Is that his coffee?
Yeah, I think so. It's sliding against the microphone.
I thought every time he took a drink, it was a guinea pig or something like that.
It does sound like a guinea pig.
That's funny.
All right. Let's see. Back to the Hubert Davis situation. I was going to say, so Hubert Davis gets fired, let go. He was fired, basically. Chip's talking about the donors and the boosters, and that was one of the things I mentioned, is that it's just going to be weird or bad for Chip. That I mean Hubert, that the guy after him is going to get a lot more money.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Caleb Wilson got hurt. Let's talk about that maybe top pick in the draft after we have the one-on-one workout. So we'll see what happens. Definitely going to be top 5 probably. So you don't have him on the court. In his first 5 seasons, he has more wins than Roy Williams and Dean Smith at North Carolina.
Better win percentage than Izzo.
I kept bringing that, like, people to a person almost this week. They bring this and be like, it's about time for him to go, and I'd bring that up, and their mouths would just drop like, really? I'm like, yes. He's not that. And then I'd also the point you brought up about Roy Williams never coaching an NBA All-Star while he was at Carolina. Mm-hmm. I'm like, Roy Williams got an ultimate. Now, yes, he won a championship his first year there with Matt Doherty's roster.
Second year or third year.
Okay, and then I thought it was his first year.
Second year.
Okay.
Yep.
04
was his first. 05 was the second year in Carolina. First year he went 19-11. Then 33-4 was the national championship team. Now, you're right about the players. Now, that's what's funny about the discourse online is the folks say Hubert got lucky and went on a run with Roy's players.
That was the other thing I kept hearing is like, they were just a hot team that year that he made it a national championship. That's what any team is when they get to the national championship.
Now, Tom, those are Roy's players, right? You know what Roy's record was the 2 years prior to Hubert getting there?
Yeah.
14-19, 18-11. Mm-hmm. Now, with Roy's players, he went 14-19, 18-11. Hubert gets them, goes to the Final Four, and destroys Coach K.
Everybody just boots him out.
But that doesn't count.
Right. Everybody with Hubert.
But Roy's championship counts with Matt Doherty's players, who nobody ever gets Matt Doherty credit for at all, for those players being on that campus.
The Doherty's Doherty kind of put himself or backed himself into a corner with some of the behind the scenes stuff he did at Carolina when he was there. But to give Roy credit, he did end up getting another championship with his own 2 more championships with his recruits.
Correct.
But I mean, with Hubert, it's like, no, he got his first year, he got lucky, and they just happened to get hot at the right time. If it was Roy, they would have been like, he had them peaking at the right time.
Now, Tom, when Roy took that job at Carolina,
and not to take anything away from Roy, but
no, here's the thing. Hubert's first 5 years as a coach are his first 5 years as a head
coach. Yes.
Roy Williams had 15 years at Kansas to prepare for that job,
and no championships, and no NCAA championship. He made the Final Fours, but never won one.
Correct. Did not have a championship when he was accepted to come to Chapel Hill. And then they won the championship again with the great Rashad McCants, who the Tar Heel fans do not like. They go back and forth. The Tar Heel fans hate him because Rashad's the one that was the whistleblower that spilled the tea on Carolina and their fake classes. And then he also took some shots at Roy and his program as far as the basketball program. And if you know anything about the system at Carolina and how they run it, he is 100% correct. If you just watch basketball and think, Sean May is getting a lot of rebounds and scoring a lot of points, Sean May is getting a lot of his own damn rebounds. And the offense is designed, if you know anything about the Carolina offense, through the power forward. Every power forward in the history of North Carolina, the offense is ran through it. I ran the offense at Bessemer. That is the offense. I did it at Carolina Basketball School. You run the offense through the power forward. Everything else is other. People wonder why Michael didn't score, because the offense isn't designed about that. Worthy, Hansbrough, Jamison.
That's why Stackhouse played as a 4.
Sam Perkins was 5. He was mostly 5 and 4. He was mostly 5 because when Worthy was.
It's why Dean had Stackhouse as a 4 sophomore, even though he really could play as a 2 or as a 3.
That's right. You're right about that.
Like the offenses run through the power forward in North Carolina.
And his goal, Dean Smith was it was old school fundamental. He had the stereotypical, prototypical person in each position. That's why your center generally had the most rebounds. And he wanted the high percentage shots inside the key. You had system players.
The offense is called the secondary break, and when you get anything other than like when the other team scores, so you're basically running a fast break. That's when people say, well, Roy was playing fast. All they were doing was running Dean Smith's secondary break.
Yep.
And so it's 2 passes up to the corner, trying to get the power forward. That's why you had Jamison and Hansbrough cutting to the lane down the middle on every fast break because that's the offenses hit him. If he's not open, you kick it back for the 3. If it's not open, swing it to the big man. Center's got 3 choices on what to do from there, basically run the triangle from there. That's the offense. I know the offense. Coach K knows the offense. Everybody knows the offense. But to sit there and say, well, talking about the guards not scoring or whatever, and you were this and that, but that's what they run, and that was McCants. You got him running at shooting guard. You just everyone, and what thing funny about Carolina, their championships, Chip. If you were going to bet on the 1993 championship team against the 1995 team that got beat in the second round against Boston College, who are you picking in that game? Tom, do you know anything about that 95 team? That would be the team with Stackhouse, Wallace, Jeff McGinnis, and half the national championship team still on the roster.
Actually, I would take the year after they won the national championship because the only person they lost was George Lynch.
Correct.
And then they had Stackhouse and Wallace as freshmen. There's no reason they shouldn't have won the national championship that year.
So, again, Cardinals won a championship with 83 wins. A lot of times these teams, best teams, don't even win the championship. So not giving Hubert more than 5 years at an average of 25 wins a season, 10 losses. Roy Williams at Carolina through his whole career at Carolina averaged 27 wins and 9 losses, basically one more game.
Right.
That's it. One gets fired, one doesn't give a chance. Who was Uncle, player, like you just said, Uncle was a player at the school. He played at the school. He coached it under Dean. He played under Dean, coached under Roy. There's nothing, I don't think, if you give Hubert Davis the $25 million roster or Caleb Wilson's still healthy, we're not talking about this right
That's
now.
exactly and he's got a top 10 coming in, top 10 recruiting class coming in next
year.
They're
going to lose.
Yeah.
And they're going to lose a lot of their roster currently.
That's all the Carolina. Well, I hope they don't lose these recruits. I'll say, you idiots.
What do you think they're going to do?
Yeah, what do you think they're going to do?
That's the part, and that's another thing that you talk to their players, they loved him.
I mean, it's just.
Well, look what they did. They ran Caleb Love out of town.
Yeah.
They ran Hubert out of town, and they're the ones for knocking off Roy. Until they're missing the tournament a couple years and going. I just don't.
I mean, you made the point about what Hubert did with Roy's team when he first got here. I say this. He got 2 guys that have some serious off-the-court issues to get to play together in the backcourt that year. You know what I'm saying?
What were they? No.
I'll leave it at that. But I mean, it's
just like
what is your definition of success? Yes, he had, and this is the first time that Carolina has lost in the first round in 2 consecutive years in the tournament.
That's what I was referencing
since they went
right
to
there,
64.
Kevin, what you got pulled up.
But yeah, I mean,
better record than Tom Izzo in
Izzo
the last 5 seasons. Izzo hasn't won a championship, y'all, in 20
since Mateen Cleaves. Since Mateen Cleaves.
Was it 03?
It's been a quarter century, 25 years, I think is what it is. Is what I saw online. I don't know if that's the exact.
No, that's about right because it was Cleaves. He's right.
So yeah, Hubert Davis last 5 years has a better record than Izzo at Michigan State. Nobody's talking about firing Izzo.
And I'm gonna make the argument that nobody really wants to hear, and you tell me if you disagree with this. But we talked about it last segment. His primary rival, arguably the media darling that's getting all the money flooding into them right now. He's there, and Carolina's just now this year starting to try to play catch up to the financial support that Durham is getting, and he's trying. And so Hubert's basically scrounging for table scraps to an extent just to keep up with his primary rival, and you wonder why he's not getting more success. I think he was. I won't say he was set up to fail, but he certainly had a stacked deck against him.
You might be bringing this up with this, Kevin. You bring in the list of candidates that they have. It's like 5. And I mean, I'm not blown away. I mean,
No.
you got. I think I messaged Kevin this week about is it Billy Donovan from Chicago. That would be the only one that I would really be like, yes, bring him in. But he's never run an NIL team either. Is that
the one guy I wanted? Yes, I agree with you on that. It's a different game now than when he was coaching at Florida. It's a different type of college. The one guy I was hoping they would get that I thought who has shown that he can handle the financial aspect of it and can coach these guys already took his name out of the running. I thought Brad Stevens would be the perfect match if they were going to go outside the family, which is apparently what their priority is.
Right.
But I thought.
What did you think?
My thing on Brad was he wasn't going to leave a cushy.
Right.
Well,
did me and you talk about that? Was it?
Yeah.
Because we was at medical center. We talked about.
You're not leaving a cushy GM job to go coach and be on the hot seat that you could lose your job the next year. And wait a minute, do I want to be the boss or do I want to be on the hot seat?
Plus, it's a daily grind on that stuff.
Well, okay, so you were averaged 25 and 10.
Yep.
Roy averaged 27-9. So if you're the next guy.
What you got to be?
What you have to be better than Roy Williams to keep your job?
Or at least,
what is the level? So here's what somebody tweeted here, Chip. Now now Tom, this is going to sound real close to home for you Ohio State fans. Once I lost it, of course.
Just substitute Ryan Day for Hubert Davis.
You can basically
in these quotes.
They're just talking about.
To be fair, the devil's advocate to my own arguments would be, I think you're going to have people say that he can have the same record as what Hubert's had, but they need minimum they need to be in the Sweet 16 every year. That to me is their benchmark baseline for success.
So if your benchmark baseline for success is Dean Smith,
then that's a pretty.
That's what I'm getting at here. Like, do these people realize, like Tom, Ohio State fans, do you realize you can't be the champion every year? You can't go to the playoffs every year.
Dean Smith's just not that good of a coach anymore compared to Krzyzewski.
Dean Smith's records are insane, y'all, as far as the Sweet 16 and all that stuff. It just doesn't happen. So here's what a Carolina fan said, or writer. This is what my standard, and this is the problem. Who is William McAllister?
Wasn't he on Home Alone?
Tom, since I quit pulling for the Dallas Cowboys and started pulling for the Cleveland Browns, do you not know that not one person from the front office in Dallas has called me to ask me to come back?
What's wrong with that?
Not one person in Dallas. Jerry Jones hasn't called to care. I'm telling you, fans, if you stop pulling for a team, nobody from that institution, from that club, George Steinbrenner Jr. is not calling Chip if he starts wearing Red Sox shirts. I promise you.
Please wear it.
Please wear a Red Sox shirt.
Yep. And buy a hot dog.
Please buy a hot dog.
So your standard as a fan doesn't matter. This is what this guy says. My standard for UNC basketball, and I recommend you put yours too to have it on record, Chip. Top 3 in the ACC every year. 1 to 4 seed every year. Second weekend every year.
There you go.
At least split with Duke every year. Top 5 recruiting class, portal, and high school. Now, here's my thing. Do you think Hubert would be fired if Duke would have missed the tournament this year?
If Duke missed the tournament?
Do you think Hubert Davis
I get
would have
saying.
been fired if Duke didn't miss the tournament this year? Because what it is Carolina didn't make the second weekend and Duke did. So they've had to have 5 days to have a big old hissy fit.
Right.
And they're scared to death that Duke's about to win this national championship, and we can't just have that sitting on our hands. We got to get the next best coach.
Let's call a spade a spade. Duke's program is in better position than Carolina's is right now. It's not Hubert Davis' fault.
Hold on, real quick. Duke hadn't won a championship since when? It's been 11 years, right?
Yeah.
Carolina won one 5 years ago.
9 years ago.
15.
Before it's been since
2017.
It's been since It's been since Duke.
Mm-hmm.
Are Carolina fans? Or would you rather compete and make the Sweet 16 every year, like that guy just said, or would you rather just finish ahead of Duke every year? And that's the only thing that matters. Do you want the championship, or do you want to beat Duke? Is that the Ohio State Michigan question, Tom?
That's what keeps. I think that's what keeps Izzo at Michigan State, right? He makes the Sweet 16 every year. He doesn't not win a lot of championships, but they're competitive.
And let's go back. The most direct NCAA comparison with Duke. The guy you just got rid of ended your ultimate rival's career twice. He did it at the biggest stage at the Final Four, which probably there was a bit of a hangover. They played phenomenal the first half, but wouldn't be surprised if there was a bit of a hangover in the second half of the championship game. Why Kansas came back, and he ended his career on his last home game at Cameron Indoor. I mean, what do you want from the guy?
So Hubert and Caleb Wilson did that.
Yeah,
Caleb Love
did that. So Tom, when you're walking through their
halls of history,
their hall of history, are they mentioned? Is that even on the wall?
Is that not the lore of all time to have that?
When it happened, we talked about it. It's the ultimate trump card. Carolina will always have the ultimate trump card, except that they have a short memory now.
Fair question, too, Kevin. I want to ask you. You was talking about if Duke didn't make tournament. If Duke lost that game that they were down against the yes, we might not be having that question either. They could have went out against Siena.
Does Duke's success matter?
Yes.
To whether or not you have a job at North Carolina.
Yes, absolutely.
And it shouldn't, should it?
You're right about you're right about the Ohio State.
Matter. I won't say. I won't say. I shouldn't. It should not be one of the primary motivating factors, and I say it was in this case. But they're your ultimate rival. Both sides are going to look at the other school as a benchmark.
You sit around with your buddies, and these guys that has the money has a Duke buddy, and they want to have the. I want to have the one up on you when we're sitting around our house.
Yeah.
That's what comes into the play in this.
As Tom, I want you to think about this. You're on two sides of this thought process as a Browns and a Buckeyes fan. How do you weigh those two in those thinkings of whether I should be happy that I saw my team win a championship one time in my life, as opposed to I'm just being greedy and selfish, wanting us to win everyone or wanting us to be always the best, instead of just being happy that I would love to see the Browns or the Indians win a championship, as opposed to how many Ohio State championships would you trade for one of those? Is the you know what I mean? That's what I'm asking. Like, what's the importance? Like, sorry, you're a Yankees fan.
Yeah.
You're in it for we got to keep as long as we got 27 or more than everybody else. You'll be happy, right? So
26, because you can take the one that A-Rod. I won't want to count that one.
Not the A-Rod hate again.
No, absolutely. I'm just every day.
Again, 25 wins a season, and you're in the family. So if you're going out of the family, you're basically telling the dude he's got a 3-year deal and that's it.
And
you're not building a program anymore, or if you're hiring a 61-year-old person. Another person said Kenny Smith. I like Kenny Smith.
I do too.
Yeah.
As far as the money program, but he's never coached.
Right.
And
in his life,
and he also has the kids know him off the TV.
That's the thing is he would get the recruits.
I believe,
but I don't know about the coaching. though. You guys want to complain about the coaching, what Hubert's doing?
You're gonna have to have the assistants on the bench.
Although if he brings Barkley as an assistant, though, that would be phenomenal.
He could just throw chairs like
Bobby Knight.
Yes, that'd be awesome.
So inside the family. I like Jerry Stackhouse, but they don't want to go inside the family.
And Stackhouse, and
I love Jerry Stackhouse.
I like Jerry Stackhouse, but he's not proven anything at that level yet.
I'll tell you what he's proven is there ain't a single other coach that they'll ever go up against that's going to draw hands with him. Ain't nobody walking up on Jerry Stackhouse wanting to fight. Coach K ain't getting in Jerry Stackhouse face and cussing him out like he would Wes Miller.
If we remember,
I'll tell you that.
Jerry Stackhouse won Coach of the Year at Vanderbilt.
He did.
So why can we not bring? Is he not part of the Tar Heel family? Wow. Is he considered that elite?
I think
status?
he'll get an interview if they do interviews.
I would love to have
if
Stackhouse
they actually
there.
do interviews. I think they'll do. I don't think they'll.
I think Kevin's like me. I think Stackhouse is one of our top 3 favorite Tar Heel players all time.
And to your point about the expectations, and you've made a valid point for a while now about if you've won a championship, be grateful. There's a lot of people who've never been able to have that with whatever team, whatever sport is your favorite. I get that. I don't think it's mutually exclusive to want a program, want a team, want a franchise, what have you, that is able to show some kind of level of sustained success. I don't think that's a bad thing to pursue.
I think the NLL is about to hurt a lot of feelings in Chapel Hill.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well,
where's the money coming from? I mean,
are you saying that we won't have the money?
No. Chapel Hill is not going to have the money. We talked last week. Okay, what are you selling us if we don't have the money? Come play here to come play in the NBA. It used to be what it is, but it ain't now. It can't be now.
I think they said that since 2005 we were really low on good draft picks. Any draft picks.
No,
that's we talked about it. that Harrison Barnes is probably our best draft pick
in a long time. Him and Kobe White.
Yeah, Kobe.
Kobe's the first player since Anton Jameson to average 20 in a season in the NBA.
Yeah.
And that took 20-some years.
What about the boy that played for Orlando? I'm trying to think of guard.
So if you're not coming for Carolina, what are you coming to Chapel Hill for? What are you coming to Chapel Hill? What's fun in Chapel Hill? There's a lot of Tom, you've been to Chapel Hill. Full of homeless folks walking up down the streets.
And if you're not hiring somebody in the family who they're trying to double down on the heritage and tradition of the school, that's one other bargaining chip, or one of the other bargaining chips.
It's not family anymore.
Right.
How do you preach family? And we just got rid of one of the deepest embedded family members.
This coach's search right now, what they're in the midst of, Bubba Cunningham and the guy who's replacing him, this is huge for them. If they don't get this right with the Poopa-palooza that's going on the football side of things, they could be the laughingstock of Power 4 schools. If they don't get this right, they could be the absolute laughingstock in major collegiate sports of the Power 4 schools.
Pretty uniforms only go so far.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're already a laughing stock.
They are in football, and it just like Chip's right. If they mess this up,
I don't think you call the basketball
maybe
program
Bill
a laughing
Belichick
stock.
can coach the basketball team too.
Get Phil Jackson.
Bring
I
his
still like
girlfriend out there.
Phil Jackson theory.
Here's Bomani Jones on the situation.
It doesn't matter if Hubert lost every game he coached 4 years in a row. His legacy is solid. He has the 2 greatest wins in the history of that program, and no one can ever take those things away from him. I also think that it was very clear early the job that Hubert got was not the job that Hubert was preparing for, and it was not the job that Hubert wanted. The big one was he was highly resistant to the idea of getting a general manager to run that basketball program, because that is a notion of professional sports. Hubert, I firmly believe that he took this job as a man of Christ to guide and mold young men, and as a man who loves that institution, to put together a team of guys who also love that institution and go out to represent that institution. And buddy, that is not college basketball anymore. Whether you think that's good or bad is its own discussion. I'm just telling you, that's not what the game is. If Caleb Wilson is not hurt, or are we having this discussion? It feels like he's so fired that I'm talking about him like he's been fired, even though he hasn't actually been fired yet, because you have to fire him now. Once you waited this long and nobody said anything, you got to fire him.
Yeah. So one real quick example of why, or what I'm saying as far as why are you going to go to Chapel Hill, North Carolina had a big recruit from Reidsville the past few years. Tight end nation, everybody knew him. Mr. Harrison. They won state championships, basketball, football. He left early, went to prep school. He's in Oregon. Eugene, Oregon. Tom, you think he's ever been to Eugene, Oregon before?
He's already there.
And North Carolina had him right here.
He's already there. Is he graduated?
Yeah, he left it. He left. And remember, he played one basketball game. They had senior night, the first night of the basketball season for him.
I have a guy.
A special senior night. A special senior night just for him.
I've got a guy I used to work for who he used to work in or used to work at Carolina UNC Athletics. And he told me when Hubert got hired, he says, I love Hubert. I like Hubert a lot. Hubert is a super nice guy. He's like, and to Bomani Jones' point, I almost think he might be a little too nice for this position. And I think that Bomani went into a little more detail there, but I think it kind of just confirms that. He wanted to. Hubert came into that position. If that thesis of what Bomani Jones is saying, if that hypothesis is true, then Hubert wanted to come in to respect and continue to live up to the legacy that Dean Smith had established the North Carolina program to be, that high standard of collegiate amateur athletics, and that's just not the reality anymore for anybody.
And a lot of people are saying Roy Williams has been very silent on this too, and they think that's a bad thing. Roy should have come out and defended him. Would Coach K have come out and defended Shire?
Well, the craziest thing
Coach K is going to get whoever's going to make Coach K's legacy look good. If Shire toes the line, he's going to be happy and he'll be just fine. But he's still pulling the strings of that program. There's a reason he sits courtside and gets
Roy does.
Well, but
why do
Krzyzewski gets stat sheets at every media
Why do
timeout.
Tar Heel fans?
He's there at every game.
Most of them.
Yeah, he's
and the press row gives him stat sheets every media timeout.
They got him in the cheese box.
Yeah, he's
a little ratty. He is.
That's still his program. That's still his program. And to be fair, Carolina was still Dean Smith's program when he retired. I mean, even when by the time Roy was there, Roy taught. They had ESPN had a behind the scenes preseason look, and they showed him coach in practice. He went up to a couple of the freshmen afterwards. He said, "I just want to let y'all know, Coach Smith was up in the arena today. He was watching y'all. He liked what he saw." I mean, Coach Smith had his influence for years and years. Just like Nick Saban's at Alabama. I mean, these guys they've committed a lot of their lives to these programs, and they don't even when they step down from the face.
So Nick Saban still goes to Alabama practices.
He's still got an office on the campus.
He does.
Oh
Nick
yeah,
Saban has an office.
Awesome. Oh, it's at that football stadium.
Awesome.
Nick Saban has an office.
He did last year.
It took Dean Smith 21 years to win his first national championship, and he only got 2 in 36 years.
Yes.
So again,
and one of those he had the GOAT on his team.
So again, some fans would rather make the Sweet 16 and beat Duke. Some fans would rather be a successful program that produces NBA players and wins national championships. So there's different. And then some people don't want to argue with their friends at Duke at work if that's all it's about. But what gets me is that guy that tweeted his standards, right?
Yeah.
I have no idea who that is. Why does he think his standards are more important and better than Roy Williams' standards?
His family left him at
or
home.
Dean Smith's standards, or anyone actually in the program at North Carolina. Why do fans think that them sitting on the couch, their feelings and their thoughts are better or they're more important than Roy Williams?
That whole post that he put in the second sentence he said, and you should post so it's made. That is just the ultimate conceited. That's my whole problem with social media. Why I don't post on social media and haven't for years. Nobody cares.
It took
what you
Roy
think.
17 years to get his first championship. Tom Izzo has won in 31 years.
Y'all, you're comparing yourselves to, and I'm sorry, and I hate it. It makes me want to puke to say you're comparing yourselves to one of the top 2 college coaches of all time, Coach K. Nobody's going to have 5 national championships like him, and nobody's going to be John Wooden. Okay, you're not.
Larry Brown said, "I understand why North Carolina fans are disappointed with our loss to VCU, but people should remember that Caleb Wilson was healthy. This team beat Ohio State, Kansas, Duke, Virginia, and Kentucky on the road. If Caleb did not get injured, this team would be in the Sweet 16. I believe Hubert Davis is the type of person and coach who should continue to lead our program. We have a great recruiting class on the way, and many current players want to stay and play for Hubert. I call on North Carolina administration to do the right thing and allow Hubert to continue serving as the coach." So Larry Brown, Roy Williams won it, and we're letting the guys holding the pitchforks, Tom, won the argument.
To Zach's argument, where's Roy Williams' quote for that? I respect Larry Brown for releasing that statement. Where's Roy Williams' statement?
Which would held a lot of weight.
Yes, absolutely. That's who he's being compared against right now.
We're going to get off Carolina in just a second. We got some more. We got to talk NC State and.
You know what NC State should do now? They should hire Hubert Davis as their head coach. They should. I think that would be the
ultimate troll.
That would be the ultimate slap in the face.
So Larry Brown's talking about a pickup game. Speaking of Larry Brown, in the Carolina is talking about a pickup game where Wilt Chamberlain come in at 50 years old and destroyed the Lakers in a pickup game.
Yeah.
At 50, and one of them said that's the best player I've ever played against, and Wilt was 50 at that point.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, over to some Duke, NC State, UNC Charlotte. How about Duke has never won a national championship without beating St. John's.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And they just did it with the help of the refs and the free throws, 24-8.
Thanks, Patino.
There's the criminal. Rick Pitino.
Did you see the article ESPN released this week?
Tom, he's ahead of his time.
Yeah, well, that's what they said. Even amongst all the scandal, is Rick Pitino the greatest college basketball coach of all time?
He's a criminal. What else there needs to be said? He's a criminal. Calipari's a criminal. They're criminals, man. It's fine. Whatever. Everybody knows it.
Number 1 seeds are now 0-2 all time after defeating Prairie View by 50 points in the first round.
Wow.
Kansas in 99 and 2026 Florida both lost or beat Prairie View by 50 and then lost.
Prairie View's like the flu. You just get infected with it later. Good gracious.
Where is Prairie View? Where is it?
I do not know where Prairie View is.
I'll do a little bit of research here.
I want to go visit that campus.
It's next to Gonzaga. It's next to Gonzaga.
That's a fake school.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
It's in Texas. It's a fake school. It's not a real.
It's a city, actually.
It's like Grand Canyon University. It doesn't exist.
All right, Tom, you got
you got to climb down to the bottom.
You got a new coach in Charlotte.
Yeah, Carolina guy.
Yeah. Marcus Payne.
Look at all the fans. Go Niners!
Wow.
I kind of like the Australian guy, but
I need to raise the front row ticket price.
Speaking of NIL, Tom, I mean, you sitting down there in the city of Charlotte, the banking industry of America, you should have a pretty good basketball team at this point. You got a nice stadium. The seats are, 30 years old, but they're brand new because nobody's ever sat in them.
Brian Moynihan from Bank of America should be right there.
It could be vintage and brand new.
I actually sat in there. I've sat in there more times for my wife's graduation ceremonies than I have for UNC Charlotte basketball. No, I'm not gonna lie. I went to one Charlotte basketball game. They played Davidson.
Didn't Roderick Howard go there?
Steph there.
Is that not where Roderick Howard went to, Kevin?
Yes.
Oh, so.
Yes.
Last time I thought about Charlotte basketball was when Roderick Howard was there.
Any thoughts on Wes Miller?
Was Steph playing for Davidson when you went? Oh, okay.
No.
I mean,
it was not. Tom, thoughts? Anything?
I mean, I'd like to see. I like to see them be competitive. I didn't realize how long it'd been since they've been to the tournament. It's been over 20 years.
Really? God,
it's been a long time. Like, didn't they won the kind of the JV tournament a couple years ago, right? They won that one. Yeah, they won that one. So I mean, that was kind of cool. But they should.
JV champ. JV champ.
When I was in school, the big game was Louisville. They beat Louisville a couple times, and that was a big. That was their one time where we rushed the court and beat Louisville. But Kevin's right. I mean, nobody goes to the games, and they need to get a little excitement in that city. So getting a Carolina guy in there, I think that is important.
I think his secret weapon, and one of y'all mentioned Marcus Page. He's gonna be like the Brent Venables of this. He has got a good basketball mind.
He won a lot of games. Where was that coach at before? The one we've got.
Cincinnati. Yeah, he didn't make the tournament.
But he was UNC Greensboro before that.
Yeah, but he won a lot of games.
Right.
He's won a lot of games. He's got ties to the area.
Wolfpack. I think it's AD.
Yeah, I believe
talking about the what happened with the Will Wade situation.
Yeah, I mean, we again go back to Tuesday night. We talked about everything in the program and what we can do, who we're going to play. You can't really talk. Transfer portal's not open, so you can't talk about this person or that person. We talked about last year's team and who was going to be back. Asked him what he needed, right? What do we need to be competitive?
The new coach.
From there, as far as the resignation letter, it was an email, right, that we received from his agent, and talking with his agent. Not from that standpoint.
There's a lot of people, particularly the ones in NIL, that subsidize the success in athletics, that feel disappointed, maybe even feel like they were lied to. How do you speak to them in regards to what you're going to do in the future, and to sort of say, hey, stick around, stick with us, we're going to do this?
Well, I think those people also saw what happened this year, right, and the excitement in the building and the pride that people have in being on Big Monday and being on ESPN and who we're playing and the games and all of those things are a part of it. That hasn't changed, Rob, right? I think I would commiserate with them in terms of feeling lied to, right? And let them know that it's not something that I didn't know anything about, and as surprised as they are by what's going on, but reassure them that we're going to find a coach that wants to be at NC State.
So,
Lou Corrigan.
Snake in the grass, Chip, with Mr. Wade. Like, how do you trust him? Sending your kid to that school.
He's going to the right school.
Or to play with LSU.
He's going to the right athletic program.
Him and Lane Kiffin go to yoga classes together.
Yeah, and that they also got that wild ass girls basketball coach, Mulaney or
Kim Mulkey.
Yeah, that loses their mind over everything.
Did he do the same thing you was talking about though, about the money not being there, and he looked at it and he knew the money was going to be in LSU possibly, and just said, you know what, I'm out.
NC State. And Terry would probably disagree with me wholeheartedly if I said NC State is, I think, in a no-win situation. I know their fans think that they should be up there with Carolina and Duke, and they're not going to be able to.
Now.
They're not going to be able to sustain.
Did you see what Patino said about State and Carolina?
Mm-mm.
He said right now in today's sport, with the NIL and everything, there is no difference between North Carolina and NC State. That's what I meant when you ask one of these kids.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to want to know how much they're getting paid first of all, and how much they're going to play. They don't care about Jim Valvano. They don't care about Dean Smith. They don't care about none of that.
They don't know about him.
No.
These guys who don't know who the heritage NBA players are.
Will Wade, speaking of Valvano, took the iconic photo of him and that Valvano took. Do y'all remember that picture? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
I'll show it to you here in a second. That was some of the State fans were mad about that before the season started. You know, he did all this talking about, but Tommy, he lasted 1 year. And there's also, they have pictures from, and I was telling you guys during the break, that they have pictures of Wade, the house he moved into, going under contract back in February. It is March 25th this week when he quit.
The whole political backdealing behind that.
Oh, that's bad.
Will Wade posed for this.
I think.
This
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe just trying to recreate. But that's.
Oh, he recreated it. He posed for the Jim Valvano pick.
I mean, that's like an homage.
In his first year.
I mean, it's an homage.
And then left.
Now that part stinks.
That's what I'm saying.
That
Jeff.
part stinks.
What a guy.
I bet he puts that on his shelf, Tom. This picture of me at NC State at some
point. Now that would be messed up if he did that.
Well, both of them are pretty crooked, so I mean, yeah.
Who?
Both those guys, Valvano and the point shaving and all that stuff. That guy with his recruiting. I looked up the quote that he was saying when he was at LSU. You know how he got in trouble for all the recruiting violations or whatever. He said when he was at LSU, he was on a wiretap, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving you a strong ASS offer. I'm just effing sick of dealing with this stuff. It shouldn't be that effing complicated. Like, you know, talking to the crew on a wiretap. It's just kind of funny, man. It's just like, is that the kind of guy you want working with you young men? But I guess it doesn't. Just doesn't matter anymore.
No.
So NC State will be looking for a new coach. Should
hire Hubert.
Hire Hubert Davis.
It makes too much blame sense.
Listen, I don't think that would happen. But there is a coach with a ton of wins that's available. He's got national championships. He's available. North Carolina, if you want to make the call, you can do it. I've got the solution for you.
Uh-oh. Nope.
You want a proven winner, Tommy?
Nope.
Make the phone call.
Nope.
Mike Kruzarewski, at 79 years old, can come. If all you Carolina fans, the only thing you care about is making it to the Sweet 16. You don't care if you win a championship. You just want to go further than Duke. That's the only thing you care about. Hire Mike Kruzarewski.
This is the ultimate.
In Chapel Hill.
This is the ultimate. We're not going farther than Duke, though. If you do this, and it's just a further slap to Hubert's face because you're like, no, you didn't end his career.
I mean, Tom, do you at least make the phone call?
Do I want an 80-year-old man as my coach?
I'd rather them hire Phil Jackson.
Hey, if you read Carolina Twitter right now, you would think they would all sell their souls for him.
Yeah, but didn't he win the sportsmanship award or something?
I know you had the best.
No, he was on back in the 2000s when I was coaching basketball. They made us watch. I know I've talked about this before. They made us watch a video of that little rat-faced punk telling me how I'm supposed to be. I'm not going to take anything away from his coaching ability. I'm not one of those going to say he doesn't know. But don't sit here and tell me that man is going to tell me about sportsmanship.
Right.
Yeah. That's like Q Tucker lecturing me on fair competition. It's like I ain't gonna sit there and listen to no
fair
competition.
Congratulations
I'm
on
not
retirement.
gonna sit there and listen to Mike Krzyzewski tell me about how I need to be how to conduct myself while I'm coaching basketball. Now, I mean, when I was young, I was an idiot. I'm not going to deny that. And I apologize to all the referees out there that had to put up with me. But this guy on a video, he's out there cussing out other players, other coach, referees, just a terrible human being. And going to tell me how I'm supposed to act.
NC State was 19-8 on February 22nd. On February 23rd, the house that Wade moves into goes under contract for $1.3 million, Tom. And from then on, NC State goes 1-6.
1-14, I think they finished up.
19-8 before his house went under contract. 1-6 from the day that NC State.
They were in the play-in game, right? They were in the play-in.
Yes, they lost to Texas.
NC State fans and the school has actually this is a lawyer saying that they may have standing on suing about tampering and stuff. All right, guys, that's enough for the tournament. Any you guys still staying with your winners? All y'all's winners still alive. I don't have a winner still alive. I don't want to pick UConn. That coach is a jackwagon. Let's go Iowa or Illinois. Somebody besides
the South ruined everybody's bracket.
Purdue winner wouldn't bother me. Tennessee, actually, let's pull for 10.
No.
Okay.
Rocket Top.
All right, we'll be back in a minute. KDCBroadcasting.com.
Hi, I'm Paige, the girl at Hendrick Appliance in Shelby, and I want to invite you to come see me about your next appliance. Just arrived, a big new shipment of scratch and dented GE appliances. It's a mixed load of washers, dryers, refrigerators, freezers, and more. And all come with a full factory warranty. And also just in, a big new shipment of Speed Queen washers and dryers. But they won't last long. They'll soon be gone. Ask for Paige at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center, 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. On the right going down. On the left coming up.
Lanier in transition hits the three and a sign of life from Knoxville. Plant driving right. Lob for Brazil and a two-hand slam.
6 on the clock. Now with 5, he drives on Maddox. Right elbow and 3, spins to the foul line. Jumper up and it rattles in at the buzzer.
Don't miss any of this year's action on the road to the Final Four with Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the men's NCAA tournaments.
Right here on the Boss, WHS, and Carolina Country, WCSL.
The NASCAR Cup Series.
Green flag is flying. Here's Kyle Busch. He'll get the advantage on the outside lane.
Returns to Martinsville, Virginia.
Contact. Chastain. Alfredo. Austin Cindric crash and collide.
For a Sunday afternoon showdown at the Paperclip.
He'll make the move. They're crashing behind him. Elliott's in the wall. Checkered flag is out.
It's the Cookout 400.
Sunday afternoon at 2:30 on Carolina Country, WCSL. 92.9 FM, 1590 AM, online at ktcbroadcasting.com.
They've got it all at Boyd's Tire and Appliance and Boyd's Lawn and Garden in downtown Clover. From appliances to lawn mowers by John Deere and Gravely. And right now, get 0% APR financing for 48 months on all Gravely mowers. Plus, see their line of trailers and name brand tires. Boyd's Tire and Appliance and Boyd's Lawn and Garden. 110 North Main Street in Clover. Online at BoydTireandAppliance.com.
Now through April 19th, all Gravely commercial mowers are 20% off.
Every day is a sale day at McGinnis Furniture in downtown Cherryville. Since 1973, McGinnis Furniture has been furnishing homes in Gaston, Lincoln, and Cleveland counties with the finest in furniture at the best possible price. Furniture for every room, also accent pieces, lamps, mirrors, and bedding too. And delivery is available. Visit the website at McGinnisFurniture.com. Yes, every day's a sale day at McGinnis Furniture, 303 East Main Street, downtown Cherryville.
Since 2008, Bennett Insurance Agency in downtown Cherryville has been serving our area with the best insurance coverage for your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and personal insurance needs. They are independent agents and work together to get you the best carrier for your insurance needs. For more information, give them a call at 704-435-0270 or drop by their office and let them take care of your insurance needs. Bennett Insurance Agency, 116 West Main Street in downtown Cherryville.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin in the game.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Where's that from, JP? No idea. You ever watch Nick at Night? Do you know what Nick at Night is? Are you too young to know what Nick at Night is?
And,
that's how you're young. That is because you're too young to know what Nick at Night is. You should watch old stuff.
Isn't that from Nickelodeon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I really never watched it.
In 1995, Tony Gwynn in 500 at bats had 15 Ks. Wow. Yesterday, the White Sox struck out 20 times.
Yep. Through 2 games, Aaron Judge has 6 Ks.
Yeah, he's on my first pick on fantasy.
How are they striking out when you can't even do back in the day and throw the ball 3 inches off the plate and get the strike?
You can't do what Levan Hernandez did.
I know, right?
That's what I'm saying, man. They're making them, and they actually showed the TrackMan data about how much more accurate the umpires are now, and you can't hit because you don't have a hitter's mentality. You have a.
I agree with that.
You have a home run. I'm gonna try to get up here and walk mentality,
or try to hit a home run, walk or home run.
This is the craziest stat I think I saw. For the first time since 1898, yes, 128 years, a team has started their season off in 2 games without a single.
Just a base hit.
Just one single.
That's
it's never happened in the history of baseball, except this year the Seattle Mariners has started off, and they're winning with no singles because there's got 3 runs right there.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah, give me the old.
They
school
beat us
jerseys.
5-1. We beat them first game. They were in the series last year, right?
No, they were in the American League Championship Series. Blue Jays were in the.
Oh,
World Series.
that's right. Yeah, that's right. They got beat by the Blue Jays. That's right. Yeah, but they're when we went out there, I'm like, oh gosh, you got to start off against them, but got the win in the first game and then lost the second one.
Here's your comparatively speaking, guys. Want to know how much the TV deals affect things? You're sitting there thinking about Duke and Carolina, how much more Duke makes than other people with $1 billion. How about Dodgers TV revenue versus the Brewers? Dodgers, $334 million in just TV contracts alone before they sell a single hot dog, Tommy. They don't have to sell any hot dogs in L.A., and they got more money than the Cardinals and Guardians do. Brewers TV revenue, $15 million. So this is where the revenue sharing slash probably not gonna have a baseball season next year because they're gonna be a lockout and we're gonna try to
at least the first part of it. Yeah.
Figure it out and
You're talking about because of salary cap stuff. Is that what we're thinking?
Correct.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The more you're hearing is that owners are going to draw a line in the sand, and they're much more firm about requiring a salary cap, and the players that want nothing. Bryce Harper got in Rob Manfred's face in the Phillies dugout last year about it.
So
and said, if you want to talk about a salary cap, you can get out of here.
Well, he can get out of there because he's running it. They're the employees. And I hate to say that, but again, NBA's having the same discussion now. And I just was reading yesterday, talking about and we've talked about it for years. How much money do you pay a role player who's responsible to dive on the floor?
Right. Yeah.
When does he get overpaid to the point where he's not diving on the floor anymore? These guys aren't even playing 60 games in a season, and so the NBA's they're looking to get rid of the 50-50 revenue split with the players because it is getting to a point where, Tom, you go 2 contracts in the NBA now, you can buy an NBA team.
Yeah,
I know.
$300 million or
Scrubs are making like $12 million.
Right, and the owners, they're not saying we don't want you in here, we don't want you making money, but at what point does the employee make so much money? Like the bench player, why am I paying $10 million for 5 points a game?
I mean, basketball arenas are essentially seating about roughly the same number of people
Or
as
less.
baseball stadiums. Maybe they're
Baseball's more.
Okay,
basketball's averaging like a 19.
Okay.
20.
Okay, so maybe
but
their rosters are and rosters are half
12.
the size.
12.
Yeah, half the size. I mean,
well, baseball also has minor league teams
and the farm systems,
systems
that they've had to pour substantially more money in the past
And
5 years to support.
So if you're talking about capacity on stadium size, and I would like to know the capacity of overall filling it as a whole. Is it 50%? Is it 20%?
Oh, you're talking about percentage? Well, they won't they won't never tell you because what they do is they list tickets sold, and they don't count people through the door.
They don't.
So you'll look at a
butts
game
in the
on
seats.
TV, and the picture will be like even our minor league park will be 5,000 seats. You count 75 people here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what the Panthers and everybody else do. They count their season tickets whether you're there or not. They don't. That's what they count as attendance.
Which that's all they care. All they care about is the money being sold for the ticket anyway. So.
What I care about, and I know that y'all feel this way too. What I care about is being able to afford to take my family to more than one game a year without it being a special event.
They don't care about that.
You can't. Nope. They don't care about
that.
They
care
do
about
not.
That. We looked at.
Tom. Well, somebody does care about it. Have y'all ever heard of the 999 challenge?
No.
So in baseball, there's this thing over the years that's been called the 9-9 challenge.
I've heard of it. I can't remember all the details.
9 beers, 9 hot dogs,
I'm out.
in 9 innings. Got it? That's all it is. So here's Zach. Can we afford to do it? Well, if you did it at regular prices at a stadium, what do you think? 999. I'll give you the beer prices. Just say Coors Light at the cheapest would be say $10. So there's $90 in beer.
Yep.
Hot dogs probably about 7.
5 or 7.
Let's say 5 to be
5.
cheap. So there's
So
45.
That's $135.
$135 for 9 hot dogs and 9 beer. You're supposed to drink one and eat one in the game. Well, a lot of these teams are coming out with little promos. The Giants came out with their 9-9 challenge for $55. Here's the catch.
It only comes with 1 beer.
Those are mini hot dogs.
They just
and
put
it
a
only
close-up.
comes with one 24-ounce beer that you split in the 9 cups, Tommy.
Oh, that's a ripoff. That's not a cup. That's a
That ain't
shot
even a
glass.
good deal.
That's not
You get half a wheater and a
and a shot
and
of beer.
one ninth of a Coors Light for every inning.
In all defense, it probably is a 24-ounce beer, so at least it's
Divide that by 9, though. It's still
I know.
2.5 ounces.
You're taking a shot of beer.
Yes,
hot
yeah.
With to wash your hot,
To wash
your
it
half
down.
a hot
Dude, make
dog
sure you
down.
get to wash that hot dog down.
Please buy a mini hot dog.
But they were so good that they put a close-up picture on that to make it look real.
Oh, they zoomed in
That
real
was- yeah,
tight.
right.
Look how big these.
Give me the wide lids. Give me
Those-
the panoramic.
Those are not 14. Those are not foot-long hot dogs. Now that would be the challenge. The 9 footlongs in the game.
That's great.
Oh
my goodness! All right, for the first time since 2007. First time since 2007, the New York Giants started back-to-back left fielders since Barry Bonds walked out the door. Hard to replace good players, good talent, good people.
Mentioned Barry.
Dolphins hadn't replaced Dan Marino still.
I wish I'd have saved it, and I didn't think about it. I should have sent it to you guys. It's great. I don't know if y'all saw the video of Maddox and Barry Bonds talking about a pitching duel that they had.
We had that on the show.
Kevin,
You did? It was
Kevin,
great.
Kevin showed
I watched
that
it this week. It was fantastic.
Yeah,
that shows you how really good Barry Bonds really was.
Remind me about the umpire here in a minute, the blind umpire. I want to finish the baseball with that. But here we go. We got some more action. This is from spring training. I had this for Will because it's the Twins.
So good start for the Twins here in the 4th inning.
That's
You ever seen Buck with his pants down? No. Like in shorts? No, like he doesn't have his, no socks showing. Ah, I see what you're saying.
Let's go back. Tom, got to be careful what you say during a baseball game.
Good start for the Twins.
All right, everybody be quiet. Listen to what the announcers just said.
I heard.
Here in the 4th inning. You ever seen Buck with his pants down? No.
No.
Like in shorts? No, like he doesn't have his, no socks showing. Ah, I see what you're saying. So, yeah.
Yeah, I have seen with his pants down.
Yeah, right before the game. He was feeling a little anxious, so I helped him out.
Have you ever seen him with his pants down?
Yeah, we're close. We're close.
They were talking about the pants legs if he was showing his socks, and it didn't come out right for none of them.
Oh, that's good.
I've said I can remember. There's a court case about a kid he's making all these sexual references in the speech, and he gets suspended from school. It's a free speech case, So, like we talk about the speech and the kids laugh. I said, if he would have done that to me, I would have jerked him off the stage. And of course, that brought a round of laughter before I could catch myself. Oh, really? Would you have, huh? So it's like I was trying to be like the voice of reason because I'm not the biggest free kid free speech advocate in school, like shut up and do what I tell you to do. I got one girl in my second period. She hates me and makes me apologize to all the kids I'm mean to. But yeah, when I said that, I'm like, I kind of make myself look like an idiot. We all say things like that.
All right, so I had this conspiracy theory that ESPN has falsely built.
That's the new mascot.
Has falsely.
That's the new AI mascot, Kevin.
That falsely built up Mike Trout in order to promote the Anaheim Angels because they own them.
Mm-hmm.
Disney owned both at the time when he was
Right.
when he came out, and and my theory this
Yes.
whole time was this is a ESPN production. I have proof of that now. In 2009, Trout was drafted 25th. ESPN had one player in the studios for this draft.
That's awesome.
They waited for him to get picked 25 picks before they got the interview. So why are we interviewing the only person in the interview for the 25th pick in the draft?
That's a little trout. I mean, fishy.
It is. It is. Tom, I can't play the live audio, but I'm going to let you read Dave Chappelle's comments on Duke here. You have Duke in your bracket, but why are you cheering against them?
I can't hear it.
I know you're not supposed to.
I was going to say this.
You're supposed to read his lips.
Yeah, I was going to say this. This is probably not safe.
Tom, the reason I had this for Tom is because he picked Duke to win, but he don't like them, so he's definitely cheering against them. So this is Dave Chappelle saying
it will be. Oh, okay. It will be fine if Duke doesn't win. I don't care. I mean, it's just one of those things that I participate in the office pools because we demand 100% participation at KTC. So if you don't participate, you're kind of in the bad boy list.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
I mean, you must participate. You better participate. It's kind of like the kid, like when you come in with a class activity and it's like, okay, kids are going to do this, and the one kid says, I don't really want to do that. That doesn't fly. You are going to participate. But I don't keep – the reason why is like I don't keep up with college basketball like I did when I was in middle school. Mm-hmm. Like middle school Tom could probably fill out a bracket where he knew what he was doing. Mm-hmm. But like old man Tom just like has lost interest in – because it's not the way it used to be. You used to be able to like track the players through and all that. So now I'm just like –
which is why he's in second out of
the
20
thing,
some odd people.
The way I keep up with basketball is when 92.9 has a game. Like I like on the way home last night, I was like, "Oh, St. John's is playing Duke right now," because I had 92.9 on there. I just don't like. I don't get into it as much because of all the stuff we've already talked about. It's just not like this dodo head who got run out of LSU and now he's going back. He's a criminal, but everything's fine. You know, it's just kind of
character guy.
You know. So the reason why I go with Duke is, well, I hear Duke on 92.9, so they're pretty good. So let's go ahead and pick them as a champion. So that's why I do that. I mean, I just kind of, I don't know, Kevin. I don't even know if I hate anybody enough to pull against them. I mean, do I really want to burn myself up on that? I miss the old days when there was 8 ACC teams and you rolled in the TV into the gym and everybody sat around and you go get your 50-cent Coke out of the machine and it's just not. Yeah. It just doesn't feel the same anymore.
League average baseball team players age in Major League Baseball now is 29. St. Louis Cardinals have the youngest team in baseball. The Atlanta Braves have the oldest team in Major League Baseball. I about said Knicks. Yankees have the third oldest team.
You know why Cleveland's young? Because as soon as they get old enough, they go to another team.
Yep. Y'all are like the farm league for everybody.
I can remember being in Cleveland, maybe the late teens, and I remember going and they have this kind of like this old rundown sad mall, and I went in there and there was a Frankie Lindor shirt for like $120, and I thought about it and I said, you know what? He'll be playing for the Mets or the Yankees. And I didn't buy it. I'm glad I didn't buy it.
So baseball had opening days this week.
Yes.
I don't know how y'all like that. The very first game featured The first ABS call in history, and the announcers were away talking about something else, and they didn't even cover the first overturned call in history. Also during the broadcast, Tom, they had a female reporter.
You hate that so much, Kevin.
Tom, were you ready for why? You ready for why?
The level
she was calling it home base.
I know, Kevin.
Home base, Chip.
Kevin, but you're gonna let all that hate burn you up, man.
There is a
you
guy
hate this so much.
who went to Prairie View University College. Where is that college you went to that's fake in Ohio, Tom?
Ashland.
That knows 9,000 times more about baseball than this lady who got on the national broadcast opening day and referred to it as home base all game.
Home base.
Home base. He got to home. He's up. To home base.
I bet she's hot.
I bet she's stupid. Yeah, she's hot.
I bet she's smoking hot. I bet she's
hot.
smoking hot. Got a little cleavage showing there.
Exactly.
Let all the boys kind of salivatate a little bit,
thing.
and she can say home base.
Salivatate. Home base.
They're saying sometime in the future, Chip's plaque at the Masters is going to have a girl standing on top of it.
Oh, he's going to get replaced as soon as they figure out how to get cleavage in them things. They're all getting replaced. As soon as they get the clear few chest jumpsuits,
yeah,
y'all are done.
They're retiring the white.
You better find a green bra right now to put on.
They're retiring the white zip-ups.
Well, I'm just telling
you. They got doctors for that, Chip. You can
just tell you, but Kevin hates this like next level hates.
I do. Because there's people that go to college and do this and know about. There's.
Well, it's almost like a personal affront for you and your profession.
Well, it is. Well, think about just not even that. Every quarterback who ever graduated college is more qualified than every single sideline reporter that's ever been on the sidelines, especially the women. I just don't like. Look, if it's a guy, it's not even it's a guy. It's a thing of you've played the sport before. She may have played Little League baseball. She didn't play middle school baseball. She didn't play high school baseball with guys. It's a different sport. Men's basketball is not even close to the same sport as women's basketball. So when you get up here and talk about, well, we're running pick and rolls here and we're shooting jumper. Who cares? I'm about to get dunked. Shaq dunked on your face. Like, what are you going to do about that? Like, shut up. Like, it's not the same sport. It's not in it. And they got, let's put the girl on here to talk about the home base. Home base, baby. Home base. It's just stupid that the qualifications for it are I've got big boobs and blonde hair. Not I know what home plate is.
It's like Jeff Gordon when he got to sing the "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." I'm so happy to be here at Wrigley Stadium.
Hey, next time Tom texts me about where the equipment is, I'm gonna be like, well, Tom, we got a new intern, and she looks way better than you do on the radio.
That's why I'm on the radio.
All right, this is a question for the baseball expert and umpire. Here we go. We got a situation, Chip.
If you can put 20, 30 pitches on.
Kansas City and Texas, 3-2, no outs, runner on first.
A guy early and get that pitch count closer to 100 quicker.
There's ball 4. Nimmo was running, but throw is wasted energy. Back-to-back walks to start the game. Well, using one of their ABS challenges, and they lose that challenge.
This is interesting in the last exhibition game. I didn't think of this. But, it's ball 4, so Nimmo slows down and he gets tagged out. That's a double play, right? If that ball's a strike, they did tag the runner at second base.
Oh.
So now you would have, that would be a strike him out, throw him out, double play because Nimmo started walking to the base after it was called ball 4.
All right, thank you for bringing that up because we've got to get to the bottom of that.
If you can put 20, 30 pitches on.
So when he goes to steal, full count.
A guy early and get that pitch count closer to 100 quicker.
He goes to steal, and he gives up himself because he thinks it's ball 4 and walks into second, doesn't slide. The runner at shortstop tags him. If it was challenged, Tom, and what they're saying is that if it was then called a strike, is that a double play or does the runner go back to first?
Good question.
Yeah.
Because the balls never went dead.
I don't think anybody's thought of that.
Nope. That's a great point.
That happened.
You have to play through the play now.
I was actually umpiring a game, and a kid I mean, it was a similar situation. The kid swung through it, and he thought it was strike 3, but it was strike 2, and he walks into the base and gets tagged out and ended the inning. You know, so if you're taking off on that pitch, I'd say now that you got to treat it like it's live.
Right. That's
either
that or he goes back to first.
You've got to treat it like it's going to be a a ball's still live, but like a regular steal, because if you just trot in there and then the call gets overturned, then you got to send him back to first for umpire interference. But he was taken off on the pitch anyway. You know what I mean?
This guy says, let's say the practice is to send the runner back on an overturned call. Now imagine it's the 9th inning, 1-run game, and someone steals a base. Well, the teams just use the challenge system as a way to negate the stolen base and send the runner back to first somehow.
So what if it's full speed though?
That's what.
Yeah, that's what
I have
I'm saying.
no idea what.
So I'm just saying that to solve one problem, you create others.
Mm-hmm.
And we all look at that pitch. We all looked at that pitch. That pitch is strike. I mean, I don't care. I mean, it's what is it? The that much off the plate. Oh, you couldn't hit it because it was that much off the plate.
Right. Swing the bat.
I mean, and you wonder why it like you guys say. There's 20 strikeouts in the Chicago White Sox game.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, you are basically forcing these pitchers to throw the ball over the plate.
Yeah.
So why is the batting average down?
Right.
If the pitchers have to throw the – I know they're throwing maybe a little bit harder, but if they have to throw the ball over the plate, shouldn't the batting averages go up? I think the mentality of the baseball player has changed, and they're too worried about what the umpire's balls and strikes instead of saying, I'm just going to hit the ball where it's pitched. I've seen a lot of kids hit a ball out of the park that wasn't in the strike zone if they know how to hit. So, I mean, I think all this has made the game worse. I really do. And I do think there are some bad umpires that you can't go out there and call garbage. Like the guy that you showed at the beginning was showing them way outside. That's garbage. You can't call it that far outside.
With two strikes, that pitch right there is too close to take.
It's garbage. Yeah, but that pitch right there, that's strike 3.
I would agree.
That's strike 3. Call strike 3. Let's go. I mean, I just don't. Whatever.
It's borderline. It's borderline right there.
I mean, it's like we're not perfect, but it's just like when I was in a game, and you got some teams that you need to adjust the strike zone, and if you could just stay consistent and everybody knows what it is, then you can have a ball game, man. Yes. You can actually play baseball.
Nobody's going to fault an umpire for calling that strike. Nobody's going to fault.
No, it's that stupid box that they got on the screen every day when you try to watch the game.
That box goes up to Aaron Judge's belly button.
Yeah. So I do have a fun little video here, little league video. See if you guys check it out. See if you catch what happens. Did you see it?
Is there a comment?
That's what I thought. That's the Ohio when the meteor was coming down.
So here's the thing about it. The umpire missed it.
That would be me.
A comet flies over the baseball field, and the umpire didn't even see it.
While
we're talking about bad calls.
That'd be Tom looking away, and my wife being in the crowd like, "When they go on there, Tom."
Was that a ball or a strike?
Just a bit outside. All right, we'll be back in a few minutes. We'll talk. We got some more just fun tweets and whatnot. I got a little tennis. I got a little bit of everything. We'll be back. I got a corgi, Tom. I got a corgi story. We'll be back in a minute. KDCBroadcasting.com.
It's March Mania, Saturday, March 28th at Oakwood Homes in Shelby. I'm Calvin Hastings, and I want to invite you to join myself along with Captain Ron and Jeffrey the Pie Owens for a live radio broadcast during March Mania this Saturday, March 28th at Oakwood Homes in Shelby. We'll be there with free world-famous City Lunch hot dogs, chips, and drinks. Plus, register to win some great prizes and check out the prizes being given away by Oakwood Homes, including flat-screen TVs, a $100 Lowe's gift card, a propane grill, another gift certificate. Plus, there will be a bouncy house, fat and sassy concession, cornhole, basketball, shooting, and more. So plan now to be there this Saturday, March 28th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. during March Mania at Oakwood Homes, 1839 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, online at oakwoodhomesofshelby.com. Y'all come. It'll be fun.
What's up, Joxx?
That crazy rabbit is back. It's the bunny with the money. This year, someone will win a $1,000 shopping spree at one of our local merchants, paid for by the bunny with the money. Register today at Logos to Go on South Lafayette Street in Shelby, at the Azteca Mexican Restaurant on West Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia, at Lead Therapy on Highway 74 in Kings Mountain, at Drum's Floral and Gifts on Main Street in downtown Lincoln, at AccuTrol Income Tax Service North Lafayette Street in Shelby, at Ferguson Ace Hardware, Highway 150 East in Cherryville, at Kraft Kate, Branch Street in Lowell, at Cummings Furniture, Highway 74 West in Shelby, at Innovative Pool and Spa, East King Street in Kings Mountain, at Standing in the Gap Thrift Store on East Main Street in Lincoln, and at Pfeiffer Cafe on East Marion Street in Shelby. Register to win the bunny with the money. Grand prize drawing will be Friday, April 3rd. Brought to you by WhatsAppShopper.com and KTC Broadcasting.
Kiever Pharmacy in Lincoln wants to be a partner in your health. They make it easy with advice and personal care that you can trust. Ask about their Easy Med Packs, called Kiever Cubes, just one of their many services. They do all kinds of vaccinations and can test for flu, COVID, and strep. From birth control to nicotine replacement, Kiever Pharmacy is there for you. Located at 1814 East Main Street in Lincoln and next to Chick-fil-A. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 3 on Saturday. Call 704-735-9072 and ask about their same-day delivery service. It's a spring fling sales event at the Campers Inn in Kings Mountain. Let this be the year you start members that you'll never forget. Right now, brand new campers are as low as $12,995, and prices on the remaining 2025 models have been slashed while the supplies last. And due to the cancellation of the North Carolina RV show last month because of the snow, Campers Inn will honor RV show pricing through the end of this month. But hurry, they won't last long. The Campers Inn, 615 Broadview Drive off Highway 161 South at I-85 in Kings Mountain. Here's a spring checklist brought to you by your friends at Olmsted Plumbing, striving to keep you safe. Check your smoke and carbon monoxide detectors and install new batteries. In warmer weather, turn your ceiling fans to run backwards to push warm air down. Check your sump pump, replace your filters, and check your fire extinguisher. And for your plumbing needs, call on Olmsted Plumbing, now with an office in Shelby. Call 704-472-9221 or in Forest City, 828-245-7302. Online at olmstedplumbing.com.
Join us for our live Sunday morning worship services on WHS. It's the Sunday morning worship service from Calvary Baptist Church in Shelby, and on WCSL, it's the Sunday morning worship service from First Baptist Church in Cherryville.
It's March Mania, Saturday, March 28th at Oakwood Homes in Shelby. I'm Calvin Hastings, and I want to invite you to join myself along with Captain Ron and Jeffrey the Pie Owens for a live radio broadcast during March Mania this Saturday, March 28th at Oakwood Homes in Shelby. We'll be there with free world-famous City Lunch hot dogs, chips, and drinks. Plus, register to win some great prizes and check out the prizes being given away by Oakwood Homes, including flat-screen TVs, a $100 Lowe's gift card, a propane grill, another gift certificate. Plus, there will be a bouncy house, fat and sassy concession, cornhole, basketball, shooting, and more. So plan now to be there this Saturday, March 28th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. during March Mania at Oakwood Homes, 1839 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at oakwoodhomesofshelby.com. Y'all come. It'll be fun.
The NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series.
Here they come down to the line. Green flag goes in the air.
Heads to Martinsville Speedway.
Contact is made. Alfredo saves it brilliantly between turns 1 and 2.
For a Saturday afternoon clash in Virginia.
Austin Hill has dominated Daytona. Austin Hill yet again will win at Daytona.
It's the NFPA 250.
Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock on Carolina Country WCSL. 92.9 FM, 1590 AM, online at ktcbroadcasting.com.
I'm Lon Helton, inviting you to join me as I count down the top 30 for the second week with Shabuzi and Jelly Roll.
First of all, Jelly is one of the biggest names in music.
So I just immediately wanted to be his friend. More than anything, I just wanted to be his buddy.
That's Shabuzi and Jelly Roll this week on Country Countdown USA.
Wednesday at 1 p.m. on WCSL, 92.9 FM, 1590 AM, and KTCBroadcasting.com.
The Polaris Get Ready to Ride sales event is underway at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Get up to $3,000 off or 0% financing for 60 months. Also, the Suzuki Chill and Thrill sales event is underway with 0% financing for up to 36 months or get $1,600 customer cash. Ask about the Kawasaki Heavy Duty Lightweight 2026 Brute Force 300 at Full Throttle Power Sports, 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
With warm weather here, you're going to be driving more. That means more wear and tear on your tires and your car. But have no fear, Butler's Tire Repair in Kings Mountain is here. You get hometown service from folks you know. From an oil change to a tune-up to a North Carolina inspection to even changing out a brand new engine. Plus the best prices on tires. Before you head out, head first to Butler's Tire and Auto Repair. 404 East King Street in Kings Mountain, right across from KFC. Open 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., Monday through Friday. Grizzly the Greeter invites you to Blessed Buildings and Tiny Homes in Cherryville, especially this month, because this month it's their pre-owned shed upgrade event. This month only, with a purchase of a pre-owned shed, you get your choice of an anchor package or a standard double door wrap free. That's right, free. But hurry, limited stock. Plus, mention this radio ad and get an extra $50 off. This month only at Blessed Buildings and Tiny Homes. Highway 150 East in Cherryville, right across from Ace Hardware. Online at blessedbuildings-tinyhomes.com.
And we're back on the last part of Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Saturday Sports Talk. I'm Kevin Hastings along with Zach Mayhews in for Will Boykins Day, Chip Carter, Tom Sinafani. We're rounding up the day. We got a couple of things to talk about. Chip's going to be gone for the next 2 weeks, so we're going to talk a little golf and a fun little couple of things. But I did have a thing, Tom, this week. Big post here. Ellen Perez. You know her? JP, you're a tennis person? No? You know Ellen Perez?
The name sounds
Chip, do you know her?
slightly familiar.
I do not recognize that.
Well, this week she went viral. Of course, I probably lost it. I did. As soon as I want to pull it up, went viral this week where someone had posted. Here it is. That Ellen Perez, Tom. You can buy anything on the internet. You like to buy the memorabilia. That people were bidding up to $5,000 for her worn underoos from the tennis matches.
What?
I would have bought those when I was a kid.
For $5,000.
She said, "I haven't."
Just to say you had
She
them.
said, "I haven't been. This wasn't a real offer, but I would actually consider it for fans." And so that blew up this week.
I would have bought Anna Kournikovas when I was a kid.
Well, let's just say she might not be the Anna Kournikova of
yeah, I guess not. Yeah,
of the circuit anymore. Nowadays.
Yeah, I remember when Anna Kournikova was playing. She wasn't real good, but the one announcer said she's sex with a tennis racket.
She had a great
like,
stroke, Tom.
Yep,
is what
she did.
Smooth stroke I've ever seen.
Oh, she was, man. I remember
destroying
her,
the
man.
tennis
Back in the
world,
90s, boy.
All right, we're going to Augusta real quick. This is a 4-wood from 213 Tom Watson.
Like a real wood, though.
That's on 15.
I hit my 5-wood 235, Chip.
That is the scariest shot on the course.
And it's the same persimmon that he's hit. So I hit it further than Tom Watson
You're at the top of this hill. You're at the top of this hill. You've got the green right there. You've got the pond in front, 16 ponds behind it, and that green looks like a stick of gum. And you're trying to hold it with a long iron or a wood like that. And look at it. He just lofts it up in the air. Golly. That's
the thing is getting it up in the air is the tough part.
Elevating it. That was one of the things they said Nicklaus had such an advantage on Tiger, too. They're able to get their ball flight is just so high.
It is nice to see him looking like a golfer supposed to.
And Watson's swing his swing is timeless. I do like he's obviously one of the top 10 golfers of all time and just missed.
Kevin can hit it farther than him, but I think he's got more green jackets
Probably.
than you.
I don't know. I bought a couple. from Bessemer City, the Bessemer City baseball team had our green warm up jackets, Tom. So yes, I'll wear it next week. I'm gonna wear it the next 2 weeks. I'll wear my green jacket the next. 2 weeks.
I think I got a green jacket from Crest High School somewhere. I'll wear mine. Yeah,
that's awesome.
That was my letter jacket that That's the only green
All
jacket
right,
I got.
if this is the butterfly effect, okay? This is how the butterfly effect works. JP last week, Yep. JP, I know you didn't know it, but you didn't find my card last week. We'll talk about it. And then it led to all kinds of chaos. I'm going to Raleigh. My wife lost her car. We don't have cars together. We have borrowed.
Did you find that?
No. I got it now after a few days later. We finally found it. But if Greg Norman hits this putt, Chip, does LIV exist?
It's 87. Just right there.
Oh my gosh!
So that's the question, Chip. If that goes in, is there a such thing as LIV golf?
Greatest golfer to never win the Masters. Have you seen the ES Special Shark? You should watch it. It's really good. And I'm not a great. What's that? It's a 30 for 30. Yeah, it's not. I'm not a Greg Norman fan, but it's really interesting.
I was a Norman fan. Tom will like this real quick. Before you go, Tom, we're talking about recruiting this week. How about New Providence head coach Brian Hodgson talking about why you should play for him?
Jordan, my son Jet, who you'll hear plenty throughout this.
Whoops.
I want to thank my family. Steve talked about it. My better half, my beautiful spouse here, Jordan. My son Jet, who you'll hear plenty throughout this speech. If you ever want to question my recruiting abilities, just take a look at my wife Jordan.
Here's a picture of her, Tom. He outpunted his coverage in he's got his white daddy coaching shoes. Oh yeah. So again, if you ever doubt his recruiting skills, he said check out the wifey.
Funny.
That's a good line.
That is.
That is a really good line for the kids out there. Do you think Belichick uses that line nowadays? Is that how he got the Carolina job? He told. I mean, gotta ask, right? Like, seriously, is that exactly how he got the Carolina?
We're on to Durham. we're on to Durham.
She's pretty hot. Hey, if you go to the Goodwill this week, it depends on where you're going. You can get a Martinsville clock. I don't know whose it is. It doesn't say the name.
That's the race winner's clock.
Yes, somebody.
What?
What?
So if you win the race at Martinsville, you get a grandfather clock. It's tradition. They've got awarded for years, and this is one of them available
For $200.
Got Dave Marcus's grandfather clock.
Get this for $200.
I would buy that.
Would that not be sweet sitting in like this room right here?
Buy that in a heartbeat.
in a sports. It'd be great for a man cave
That's
to have
a lot.
a Martinsville
That's a lot.
clock.
Dave Marcus never won at Martinsville. Or anywhere.
Yeah. So that was my point. Like Zach just said, like that would be a fantastic
talking point.
Man cave.
Like here's my Martinsville clock. You know,
here's my Clark.
All right, Tom didn't get to talk about it. We're going to let him go through it next week, I guess. But of course, the big news is last night, coming across the board. Some of us had things to do. Some of us were a little busy, besides paying attention to what Tiger Woods was doing on a Friday night. But
apparently he was busy too.
He did flip his car last night. Being charged with DUI, 0.0 on the alcohol, which probably means some type of pills. He refused to pee. Which according to your lawyers, good job on that one. We'll see where it goes and what the deal is. It looks like there was a truck or something in front of him that had stopped. Maybe he didn't see it, tried to go around it at full speed, clipped it, and flipped it.
And it was a 35-mile-an-hour zone.
It was very the comparison to the rollover wreck in 2021 where he almost lost his leg. Like he was so hurt in that wreck. I think that the concern was his safety. Here, nobody was hurt, nobody was injured. If you listen to the police officer interview, there's not a lot of sympathy for him in this situation. And I think you've got those two instances, the situation where he was pulled over and was arrested for potential DUI back in 2017. I mean, this is we're seeing. Did you hear Michael Wilbon yesterday? He was like, "You've got to be." He's talking about Tiger. You've got to be one of the richest people, not just athletes, one of the richest people in the world. You can't hire somebody to drive you around. If this is, he's been all the surgeries and all the injuries he's had. I'm sure there's substances he's had to take over the years.
He's not married right now, is he?
No, he's
not
with,
right now.
he is with
He's dating
Trump.
Trump's ex-wife's daughter.
It's actually
Kai.
it's actually Don Jr.'s
Don Jr.'s
ex-wife.
Yeah, and Kai's mother.
Gotcha. So.
Yeah, Tom will talk about it next week.
I'm not defending or obviously anything he said or done. But sometimes we talk about these guys in their. I just want to make a quick point. I don't know why I even want to make this point. We talk about these guys could always find a driver or find someone else to do it. What time was this? Was this daytime?
It was
like
2 o'clock,
middle of the day.
I get that sentiment, but sometimes you might be doing something that you might not want a stranger or someone else to know what you might be doing. I don't know if he might be going to a girl's house. He might be picking up sometime. He might be going to LeBron's doctor to pick up some HGH something. I don't know what he's doing. So just because you can afford a driver doesn't mean the situation calls for a stranger to drive you to the trap house. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what he's doing. Like, maybe this was a time where he didn't. He probably needed to drive himself what he thought he needed to drive himself.
And I still think we need to let everything play out too, because you can't always trust the other side.
So he might have different. He might be going to a different girl's house. There's a lot of reasons he didn't have a driver.
That opens up a whole other can of worms.
That's what I'm saying. I just when people say guy didn't have a driver like Bob Kraft or something, I'm just like, man, you might be a bigger story if you did have a driver.
And Zach, you make a fair point about don't jump to conclusions.
Remember Scotty?
The problem is.
Scheffler.
The problem is the difference between Scotty and this scenario is this is not an isolated incident with Tiger. That's the unfortunate.
And let it play out though, because we always they're going to give what they got, and then I got
Chip,
Tiger with this.
Who's your pick? Before you go, here's your odds: Scheffler, McIlroy, DeChambeau, Rahm. Is it Oberg? How's he say that?
Oberg. Yeah.
Schauffele, Fleetwood, Morikawa, Young, Reed, Fitzpatrick, and Rose are your top odds.
If I had to pick one, I'm not going to pick against Scotty versus the field. So he's the number one golfer in the world for a reason. Rory, I think Rory. I love Rory. Y'all know I love Rory. I think he's going to have a busy week this year, and this is going to be a victory lap for him this week. So I think he
could take a little bit. I think it's not as much pressure.
He's going to enjoy it. I would say also Tommy Fleetwood, him breaking through, winning last year at the end of the year at the Tour Championship, took a monkey off his back. Let's see if he can win a major. Patrick Reed's playing in really good form right now.
He said pick one, Chip.
And
I've got my pick written down. I'm waiting for Chip to be quick.
You pick one, Chip. We don't need 25.
I picked, and I was going to say Justin Rose too.
So, all right, my pick.
Uh-huh.
And
don't you take mine.
And it's 2 weeks away. I don't know if you see it on the screen or not.
No.
The X-Man.
Oh, Xander.
He has been like second, third place in every dang tournament he's played for the past couple years.
He's rounding into form.
So close.
He's rounding into form.
Go ahead, Zach.
Is our local boy playing? Terra Varner?
He's not in PGA anymore.
Really?
He's in LIV.
He's in LIV.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah,
he went to LIV.
He made a very eloquent statement about why he was going to LIV when he first went.
They ain't got Gaston ain't got that money. That's why he went to LIV.
I'm taking the gas house.
You're more over there. I told the last time he was at the Masters, he came up to the tee box. I was like, next time you're in town, why don't we head over to Tony's to go get some ice cream? He was like, you're on, man. Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in today. I do want to make a quick announcement for some of you folks on YouTube and listen on the radio. I did get late hitting the stream. I'm going to repost the full show here in just a few moments. You can go back and watch it if you did miss something. Apologize for that. I did get late hitting the button.
Just blame it on me.
It's my fault.
Blame it on me.
I messed up today. JP's gonna fire me before I get out of the way. I've got to get to softball, baseball practice, all kinds of things today. Big day ahead for everybody. We've got college basketball tonight, NASCAR racing this weekend. Atlanta Braves baseball starts next week here
Elite Eight
on KTCBroadcasting.com.
You don't see too many like me, cause I am one of the reasons you do what you do when you want to be me instead of